Hello, everybody. It's been a long time again, but felt like doing a hangout tonight. See if I can remember how to do this. Here we go. All right, guys. I put the link in the chat. Hello, everybody. This is a hangout. If you want to join, the link is in the chat. What's up? What's up? Gary, how we doing, sir? Hey, Randy, how you doing? Everything's good, brother. Appreciate you asking. What's up, Matt? Van Berg. Anybody if anybody interested in coming in? Oh, let's see. We got somebody trying to get in here. Whoever's Dimmy 26, it won't let me let you in because it says you need to connect a mic and a cam. You have no microphone and no cam, but this
let me let you in because it says you need to connect a mic and a cam.
Ted,
What's up?
how you doing, bud?
Hanging in there, man. How's it going?
Can't complain. Can't complain.
So, what did we do? Just now get here?
Yeah, I was just sitting in here and I don't know, been on here maybe about 5 minutes.
Well, there's 30 people there.
Yeah.
So, how's it going, man? I mean, I don't want to drag us down the left or right here, but I'm just curious how you're doing.
I'm doing very well.
That's good.
If you can't tell, I probably look a little slimmer.
I'm saying it's looking like you're dropping some already.
70 pounds.
Dang it, man.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Yep. 70 pounds in 8 weeks.
But what does that feel like? I mean, is it feeling bad or good or?
Oh, it feels wonderful. You know, I can, I move easier, you know, just everything has pretty much gotten easier.
Think it's too fast or too slow or anything like that?
No, I was concerned that it was too fast. So I followed up with my doctor and he said, no, he said, you're doing great. He said, it's not too fast. You're fine. Keep doing what you're doing.
Let her rip, tater chip.
Yep.
Randy Coker. I ain't seen you in a while, man. How's it going?
Randy Coker. Why do I not know that name?
I've seen him in a bunch of, well, I think on your channel too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never met the guy, but
Yeah.
seen him around an awful lot. All these years on YouTube, you start to feel like you know people, you know?
Right. Right.
So, yeah. I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
bored.
Monk. Yeah, Monk. I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope all of y'all did too. How's business, Ted?
We're doing pretty good. We're doing about all we can do, or certainly all we want to do.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll have a flashback of fatigue from that damn COVID stuff, man. And I'm going to tell you what, there's not many things that make me cuss, but that COVID, good Lord, that was rough, buddy.
Yeah.
That was heavy duty. I don't think damn is a cuss word, though, is it? That's pretty
No.
good for me.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man. I was letting them rip. Train gas packs. Trains never fail. What are you talking about? Dude, you don't watch my videos.
Yeah, I was about to say, according to your videos, they do fail.
They all fail, man. All pieces of machinery fail.
That's right.
I haven't seen a lot of producer failures, although I've seen the port getting clogged up on them. But
you know, you'll I know what you're gonna do, but and you may not believe this, but it's the truth. I went to the train supplier the other day to pick up a part. Now, keep in mind, my train distributor is also my competition. Remember, we've talked about that before.
yeah, that stinks, man.
Yeah. So I used to buy from them several years ago. I sold train for about a year, and the guy that I used to deal with, he was the counter guy. Now he's like one of the salesmen. And he came up to me and he was like, hey, dude, you remember me? I was like, yeah, man, I hadn't seen you in a while, you know, so we were shooting the breeze. And he said, so you live here now? And I told him the whole story about my son and all that. And I told him, yeah, I live here. I got my own business, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, dude, where you live at? And I told him where I live. He said, man, I need a train dealer over there. He said, you want to sign up? And I told him, I said, no, man. He's like, why not? You used to sell it. And I was like, yeah, I used to. So make a long story short, we went and sat down in his office and he asked me why I quit back then and why I wouldn't sign up now. And I was like, look, man, if y'all weren't my competition, I would do it. I said, but I'm not buying equipment from my competition.
You mean you didn't tell him the truth?
What?
You didn't tell him this long-haired punk from South Carolina made a nasty comment on one of my videos, and
I did bring that up because he knows about my YouTube. I said, plus, if I sign up, I got a guy on YouTube that's never gonna let me hear the end of it.
Ever. I'm sending you stickers, man, and painting stuff. Come down there just to paint your truck.
I know, and I told him that. I said, I got a guy on YouTube, and if I sign up and start putting in some train equipment on YouTube, I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Man, I win at that point. I mean, we can both win, but you can't just let me win. That'd be awful. The thing is, if you're not a direct state, I wouldn't suggest it anyway, man.
No, well, and that's the thing, dude.
Price
Is
would
that,
be so ridiculous. You'll
dude,
laugh at them.
he already was like, well, look, this is one of my dealer's pricing. Here, take a look at this sheet, and this is the kind of pricing I can give you.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, dude, Ream is smoking you. And I said, look, I said, I've bashed Train in the past. I said, but that was between me and a guy, and we were just fucking with each other. I said, but Train's a good unit. I don't have an issue with him. I said, but not for this price. Not for this.
I don't know why what happened to ICP down that way, man. All right, why can't you admit that's the best stuff out there?
Well, here's my dilemma with ICP. All right, I only got 3 suppliers here that sell it. The choice, and one of them is my Ream distributor. I'm a Ream dealer and a Comfort Maker dealer, but my supplier, their focus is Ream, so they don't keep a lot of ICP in stock. That and the price just ain't there. I mean,
no, I know.
Because they're given the good pricing on Ream because they want to move Ream, and the price is there on 14 SEER, but anytime you go above 14 SEER, where over there, I wouldn't be able to sell a 16 SEER or nothing. It's just
Train. I guess
you might as well go buy Train. So the second supplier is a mom and pop store. They only have 3 locations in Louisiana, and they used to be the Arco Air. That was the brand name they carried, Arco Air, but they got it taken away about a year and a half ago, and now it's Keep Right. And their prices are worse than the Comfort Maker prices.
I wouldn't be able to sell if I'd have to have Comfort Maker. I guess if you had to.
And that's the thing. I don't like the Keep Right name.
That's jacked up, man.
Now here's
maybe Tempstar, how you had to.
My next one was going to be the third one, is a Tempstar distributor.
Yeah, that's
the Tempstar name. I used to sell it, no problem. Yeah. So here's the problem, though. He's like Goodman. He sells that equipment to any swinging dick that walks through the door.
You can't deal with that.
Right. So he's got guys that are loyal to him that only buy Tempstar from him. Well, then he's got these other guys that come in and buy a Pete. Like almost every Train dealer here, their backup system is Tempstar for budget jobs. So, but he's instead of giving his loyal guys that only buy from him better pricing, he's giving them all the same pricing.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Hey, let me say something here to one of the 7 names that Zaya has in the chat. Man, Nobody's ignoring you. It's just nobody cares. I mean, it's cool. There's no beef. There's no grudge. This is a hangout. We're having fun. Chill out. Get your video game going, and let us know about your next 6 careers this week.
Yeah.
I
agree. Look, me and Zaya, we've went back and forth. He's dogged me, but Isaiah, it's getting to the point, bud, to where nobody is interested anymore.
It's not funny anymore.
It's not fun anymore. You're changing careers like underwear.
I know, man. Let me tell you what.
Hold on, one more thing. You're becoming a woman one day. The next day, it's a joke, and then the next day, you're becoming a woman again, and it's just, I
hope that was a joke.
Yeah.
I hope that was a joke. But the best thing for Z-Man to do is pair back up with his dad and let his dad get on his ass in the videos, man. That was funny. I watched him over.
Well, and not only that,
dad's cool, man.
Yeah, his dad. I've met him. I had lunch with him. You know, and
Man,
you
that's
know, I've met Isaiah. I've met his dad, Ted. Had lunch with them. Great people. His dad's a wonderful person, and you know, just wanted the best, you know. But it's just beginning to be. It's just too much, you know. Anyway, getting back to that. So that's why I don't sell ICP now. I do have
that stinks.
Baker Distributing here. I don't know about where you're at. They are a Bryant distributor now. They
Oh
don't.
my God.
Yeah, they don't carry the Heil line anymore. See,
Heil?
here it was Heil. I know where you're at. It was Comfort Maker because that's where you used to buy your Comfort Maker.
And
But
Gateway has Heil.
well, here Baker used to be Heil. Now they're Bryant. Bryant, I sell a piece of every now and then, but the thing is, they only got access. They only have access to the low end.
That's right.
They don't have any access to the variable speed air handlers, which I use on 16 SEER when I do it. I do it just like you with the ring, but I do it with
Pretty
Ring.
much have to.
Yeah, when
You
I
don't
do
get SEER.
well, Ream's system will print AHRI on a X13 air handler 16 SEER, but
Up to like 2.5 tons.
Yeah, but I don't use it. Anytime I do a single stage 16, I always use a variable speed air handler. So,
Yeah.
or a variable speed gas furnace.
Yeah, and on the smaller one, you're printing 16.5 and stuff.
Right. So Baker has no access to the good stuff. All they have access to Bryant and ICP don't make a PSE air handler anymore. It's X13.
So is your whole state the same way? Is your whole state an independent distributor state, or is some of it DSO with Train?
No, the whole state runs through a distributor.
Thanks, man. What is the closest DSO warehouse to you?
For Train, no clue. The only DSO store we have in this state is Goodman. That's it.
How far from the Texas line are you? What I don't even know where geographically your city is.
Let's see. I can be in Beaumont, not Beaumont, but I can cross into Texas from Lake Charles, Louisiana in about an hour and 15, 20 minutes. And that's around the Orange area, Orange, Texas. And then you go a little bit past that and you're in Beaumont.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they do, but now also I do have an opportunity with American Standard if I want it.
Yeah, but it's high as crap because of the distributor.
No, it's not. Because see, I would not be buying it from the distributor here in Lafayette. See, the distributor in Lafayette is a mom and pop shop, just like the Keep Right store. They only have 3 locations. If I buy from them, it's high. But there is another distributor in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is only an hour away from me, and I don't have to go pick it up. Anytime I would need a system, they said they would deliver it either on the job site or straight to my house. So their pricing is not much higher than Ream. I mean, it's like kind of tap for tap because we've already discussed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, a DSO means there's no distributor and it's a direct sales outlet or direct sales office, whatever. Not really sure what it stands for. It just means that we have no distributor and we buy direct from Train. And when we walk into the Train warehouse, there is a printer and a guy and a forklift, and that's it. So there's no counters and stores. Now the parts, people get confused about that. You walk up front into the store, that's a parts store, and they can only sell 14 and 15 if there is any left. SEER, they can't sell any XLs or XVs or anything up. So that's what DSO means. That means we cut the middleman out and we don't have a distributor. And that way we're competitive in the market. Because right now, if John or I got some other friends around the country that live in distributor states, and there's no way they can be competitive because they're paying, basically $800 a system, if not $1,000 in some cases, more money.
Well, Ted, you take, for example, I changed out a complete system about a month ago because no, David, I'm not going to say the name. I almost said the name of the supply house. Baton Rouge has the same place that we have here that starts with a B, David, in Broussard. Same people over there. And there's a train. Now there is a train supply in Baton Rouge, but they don't sell equipment. They only sell commercial equipment and parts. But anyway,
and they can sell 14 SEER residential, but if you saw that price, you'd go back to your other people better than, you know, because their pricing is book price basically.
So the only time that I buy from the local train distributor here that is my competition is if, you know, like if I want to use the OEM motor or I need a board or something like that. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind going over there and buying that, but to go over there and be a dealer and, you know, install their equipment when they're out there competing against me with the same equipment, that's just not going to happen. But I mean, repair parts, you know, yeah, I mean, I buy them over there, or I buy them at the American Standard store. But the American Standard store is so horrible. Half the time you can't get nobody to pick up the phone, and if they do, they probably don't have it in stock anyway. So, you know, but you know,
that stinks.
But anyway, getting back to what you were saying about the pricing, I ended up changing out a whole system. I offered him just the air handler, but he said, if I'm going to do the air handler, I might as well just do the condenser too, because he really wanted to just change the coil in the train air handler because it was a TWE or a TEE. And it was in immaculate condition. I mean, no rust, no water damage, no nothing. And it just had a leaking evaporator. But my cost, it was a 3-ton. My cost on the evaporator was $1,200.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So when I called and told him, you know, I marked it up, you know, and I said, and I gave him the price. He's like, "Are you serious? Just for a coil?" I said, "That's what I tried to tell you."
What size was that unit?
A 3-ton.
So I pay like 7 something for the 4 air handler.
Right. So I told him, I was like, "Dude, I can just stick you a ream air handler cheaper than that." And he's like, "Well, if I'm going to do the air handler, I might as well match it up with the new outdoor unit too." He said, "But I'm definitely not paying that kind of money just for an evaporator." He said, "So what's your price on the whole new system inside and out?" So I gave it to him and he said, "Well, then let's schedule that for one day next week." So that's what we did.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure you gave him a bit of a deal, bit of a break. But
well, this time of the year, I do give better pricing on changeouts because I'm slow and I need the work, and it's not hot in those attics. So I do give a lot better pricing right now on I mean, I'm doing one Tuesday, a 16 SEER system, and you know, I didn't charge what I normally charge in the summertime, but then again, I didn't put it so low to where I'm not going to make no money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so I've always told people that if you call me this winter, like they'll say, "No, I'm not ready to change it out, maybe next summer." And I'm like, no, let's not do it next summer because the price will be even more. If you call me during the winter, this winter, I'll give you an even better price. But they never call.
Because y'all don't have the brutal winters.
No, we don't have winter here. I mean,
not really.
No.
Just a little slow up time's about all it is.
Yep. So, but they never call. They never call. And you know,
hot in, and then they want, you know.
Yeah, and then if it's a gas system and you want to get a replacement coil, you know, and just change the coil, you call up the train store and they're like, "Well, we don't sell replacement coils for that coil anymore. We just sell a whole new coil with a case and everything." They said, "But it will fit in that old case and you can just put the new door on."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I said, "Okay, great. Give me a price." They said, "We can't because you're not a dealer. That's considered equipment. We can't sell it to you."
But the parts store can. but it's ridiculous.
No, we don't have that here, Ted. Everything comes from the same store. Everything that we don't have that option. So when I call them and tell them, well, yeah,
commercial parts store can.
Yes,
if it's 3-level and 14 series, you can buy it. But a coil that would be $470, my price here probably be $600 or something from them. They're just ridiculous.
Right. So that's why down here, Ted, guys like me, the small guy, we don't like Train. Not
at all.
Not because we don't think it's a piece of shit. I know I've said that, and I know Train's a good unit, but not. That's why
you took my video down, John.
What video?
You took my my family. You don't understand. They brought it up the other night, wanting to bring it up. That one where you pointed at the camera and said, "You little bastard, I know you know who I'm talking."
Oh yeah.
You're watching. Man, you got to put that back up. It was like a response. It started out, it said, I just got a real nasty comment to my.
I don't even remember what I'd have to go through and find it.
It was said why I stopped selling Train. And then after that, that's the one I commented on. And then after that, you made one, it was like YouTube and idiots.
Oh, I think I remember.
You got to put that back up, at least on a a link basis or something.
Right.
Man, we had fun with that because you're talking to me and you pointed right at us. I know you're watching, so I know who I'm talking about. That was awesome, man.
So that's why, Ted, guys like me don't like Train, and we talk shit about them because you want to do a simple slide out, slide in, and they're like, well, we don't make a replacement coil for that anymore. We just sell you a case coil, but it will fit in there, and you just stick the new door on.
It would cost more than the whole coil.
And here's the thing. They tell you all that, and you're like, great. How much for a coil? Well, we can't give you a price on it. We can't sell it to you because you're not a dealer. That's considered equipment.
Yeah. Well, basically what it is, the problem with Train in the distributor states is they're really high priced and they treat the independents and the little guys like they're peons.
Right.
They just treat them like they think they're better. And that's honestly just something that has grown with the, you got to have a real buddy. And even if you do, there's very little that he can do.
Well, here's the thing. I do have friends here that I probably could have called that are trained dealers.
Right.
But that might make them feel uncomfortable. And then if something happens,
if you wanted the 3 pieces or a heat pump or something, unless they really know you.
And that's the thing.
A coil, I think.
I have a guy here that has told me, he said, look, man, I'm a Train dealer. A lot of people around here won't Train. And see, 2 summers ago, when I first started my business, it was my first summer here, I lost a changeout because I could not offer Train equipment. And I told him about that. And he said, don't ever do that again. He said, call me. I will give you a price on the equipment and I will go buy it and bring it to you. He said,
and here's the reason that he does that. It's a win-win. And here's why. Most people wouldn't understand.
It makes him look good.
Well, it adds to his numbers in 2 ways. Number one, that's bigger numbers with Train to keep him on the pricing tier. Mm-hmm. Number 2, that's more cost with no profit. It helps on his taxes.
Right.
But the biggest thing, if he knows you and knows your work is good and you're going to install it right, then it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So it's good for him to do it. I'll do it for very few, but I have a few that I've known basically all my life, but they have to agree to tell their customer, that I'm where it came from.
Right.
And I register the warranty. Now I don't register them anymore because we don't have to, but back when we had to register warranties, I had, that was my only stipulation. I ain't going to mark it up on you.
Well, hold on. How do they get a 10-year warranty then?
It's straight out of the box with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is nice. Because I'll be honest,
state, because I'm not going to register everybody's daggum equipment for them. I'm
hey,
just
man,
do it.
You know what, brother? I think I'm done with it.
They
because
need to do it.
I always forget to do it, and I have a folder here on this desk that I keep model and serial numbers in with the customer's name, and I will forget to register them, and before I know it, I got a pile that thick, and I'm behind on
They
them.
need to do it. They need to
So
do
I
it
think
themselves.
what
You
I'm
give
gonna
them
start
material.
doing is, Ream equipment on the box. It comes with these little tags that you can tear off that
A
has the
bunch
model
of
and
them. You can
yeah.
peel one off and stick them on your invoice or whatever. Stick them
Well,
on that envelope of the warranty stuff.
right. That's what I'm gonna do because
Get online and register your equipment. And
yep,
here's how you make it sound like you say the thing is, I really shouldn't do it for you. It's your personal information.
yeah,
And you need to be able to print it out for yourself. You need to be able to save a copy. It needs to come from your computer. That's your personal information. And I
yep,
really just think, I don't want to be involved in that. And they'll kind of understand that. Some people might fuss. I mean, and you'll do it for an older couple or somebody that's old that doesn't play with computers, whatever.
right.
That way you just do a few here and there, and that one you go home and do that night. But when you're really busy in the summer, man,
Yeah, and
registering warranties sucks.
yes, it does. What's up, Sean? Yeah, because what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna stick those model and serial number tags on the paperwork that comes with the unit, and I'm gonna write outdoor unit and indoor unit, and then I'm gonna write www.ream.com, and then I'm gonna tell them, look, there's the website. Here's your model and serial numbers. You need to go to ream.com and you need to register your system. If you don't register it within 90 days, you're only going to have a 5-year warranty. So
Who's Wild Wild West?
that's a guy named Sean. He's a good dude. He's been following me for a while. I think he follows you too.
I've seen him around. He's commented. So who is Android Man?
Android Man.
Yeah,
Oh, I have no idea who that
I don't
is.
either. He said hello.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hello,
But
back. But
yeah, man, I'm tired of it, man. I had a and a lot of customers they want it registered that. And I've had people text me like I leave a change out at noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and
yeah,
I'm running service calls because see I do all
got
my
my warranty
invoicing.
yet.
Yeah, I do my invoicing electronically on an iPad,
Right.
and I'll get a text. Hey John, I got the invoice, but I did not receive the warranty certificate. And I'm like, dude, I'm still running calls. I hadn't even made it home yet to
They
register
think
your
you're gonna
warranty.
just push a button.
Yeah. I said, I haven't even made it home yet to my computer to register your warranty. That'll get done later this evening. Of course, half the time it doesn't. It takes about.
I used to tell them it was the weekend. I'd do them for the whole week. I used to tell them that just to get them off my butt that day. But,
yeah. And that's the thing. I try
Sunday
to.
night or Saturday night, it's a real pain, man. When you got 5 or 10 of them, it's really a pain.
Yeah. But because I tell people that, look, I'll take care of your warranty for you. Oh, thank you. And they like it, but I'm tired of it. And even for the elderly, I can do it on my iPad right there in the truck real quick.
Hey, wait a minute. Look who's here. Hold on.
I see Joe.
Bearded lady mechanic. Let's get them in there. Who is that? Who's bearded lady?
That's a new channel for trolling Isaiah. Here, I could put the link in the chat. It's not a problem.
Joe won't come in, man. He's always so lazy.
Well, no, I'm talking about if you wanted
lazy boy chair. Joe's got his feet up.
No, I'm talking about if you wanted bearded man. But there's the link. There's the link if anybody else wants to join me and Ted.
I was just trying to say, bearded lady mechanic. I was just carrying on. I think Joe should come in. Sometimes Matt used to come in unless he's drunk already. Now, if he's already drunk, he can run the chat here.
Yeah.
Matt gets a little sauced up every now and then.
Oh yeah.
He's a lot of fun, but he'll get. Who's that one dude that died? He used to always get drunk bad.
Oh, the Jeff the maintenance man.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun when he wasn't drunk.
But that's why he's dead, because his liver failed.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Man, Jim HVAC, what's up, man?
What's up, Jim? How you doing?
Isaiah, we know, dude. We know that it's cool. We know that, I'm just kind of paraphrasing, speaking for John here. We got you. We know, man. Ain't nobody mad. Just let it drop. Let it ride. And just let us know when your next 6 Was it 6? How many were we saying?
Yeah, 6, I think.
6 per month, right? Let me know when your next 6. Dude, look, here's Z, man. This is what we want. Go back to work with your dad doing HVAC and aggravate the crap out of him, but yet shut up at the same time. Because we like to hear him. We like to hear him talk. He was the star of the show, man, but he was in the background.
Yeah.
I hate it that he deleted that channel because I used to could go back and dig out that video.
Well, and that's the thing too, man, is I tried to tell that to Isaiah. Deleting that channel was a stupid thing to do because he had just crossed over 1,000 subscribers, so he was able to monetize and all that. And so
he just didn't want to, but I used to skate back and find those videos of his dad forgetting that the camera was running. And he'd say, look, if I have to tell you again, you get that big effing foot right here and don't watch where you're putting it, I'm going to shove it up you. I can't do the accent. I don't know. Why is it that you live for so long in Louisiana and you don't have that Louisiana Cajun accent?
I do have, but not like they do. Theirs is
don't have it at all.
No.
And you got a typical Southern guy's accent.
Well, I have the accent for around this area, but around the area where they live, it's a totally different accent. Totally different.
Oh, Roger, he's seen what happened. Look, man, let me tell you this, and I promise this happened, and I'm not exaggerating at all. All right, I was cruising down the road in my rollback, and I went to go get this 17-foot rug that I had made and bound for my basement. And, you know, a 17 by 17 rug is not very common. It's pretty hard to get. I had to have it made and sewn up around just to have the edges. It's just a piece of carpet. But I had to have it seamed. And anyway, I'm cruising down the road and I get a flat tire on the front left of my rollback. And I said, oh, man, I can't stop here because I was kind of going through the hood, you know, taking a shortcut in the back of my neighborhood. If I stop here and pull over, like my rug's going to be gone. I can't leave the truck and call somebody to come. You know, it's hard to tow a tow truck. It's hard to tow a rollback. So I'm going to go like 5, 6, 7 miles per hour, and I'm just going to cruise on home, right, on the walloped out. I'm figuring the worst I'm going to lose is a rim. The tire's going to shred, and the rim's going to get tore up, and I'm going to shoot sparks. I got about maybe a half a mile and the whole wheel, rim, everything disappears, gone. It didn't pass me. I couldn't find it. It was gone. I kept going. Now, this was just like something Chevy Chase would do in a movie, man. I mean, I kept going. I drove this thing for about 2.5 more miles all the way to my house, scraping on the bottom. I've got to try to get these images up here. And
well, hold on, we got somebody else trying to get in here. Let's see who this is.
Let him in.
Yeah, who we got here?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. What about y'all?
Not too bad. Who is this?
That don't sound like Joe.
This is Ethan. I subscribed to you like a long time ago whenever I was going through trade school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm down in Louisiana too.
Oh, where are you at? Where you at in Louisiana?
I think he quit hearing you. Maybe he was trying to figure out how to mute YouTube and he turned you off.
Yeah. You still with us? If you're there, we can't hear anything.
So anyway, John, I just sent you a quick little clip here of what it looked like after I drove it home. And I don't know if you know what the bottom of a control arm looks like.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the lower control arm, I mean, it ground the ball joint. I mean, the whole thing was.
I see that.
You see that picture?
And that's your old truck?
That's my rollback.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. You got a little work to do on that one.
Yeah, we trashed her out. I got to send that to Roger.
Hey, how's the new shop? You haven't did a video in a while.
I just can't do my final one until the showroom is really done. The shop's done. I mean, we're operating. It's beautiful. We love it. But the showroom needs to be done for the final video. And back in mid-August, when that COVID just tore me all to crap for about 8 or 9 weeks, I just haven't gotten back to it.
Damn, dude, I just got the picture. You shaved that thing.
No, look at the bottom of that. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You shaved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's not it's not much of a control arm anymore.
You should have seen people look, that I was passing through the neighborhood, seeing me. One guy commented on our Facebook page, yeah, we saw Ted cutting through the neighborhood today on his bumper. I don't know how he kept that going, but it wasn't that bad. If you turn left, it like picked up and there was no noise at all. And if you went straight, the sparks were pretty bad. Like I had to roll my window up because the sparks were like getting me in the side of the face. And when you took a right, oh my gosh, it was really bad because it was the front left wheel gone.
You with us, Ethan?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Oh, okay.
I got a call and it messed it all up.
Oh, I got you. What part of Louisiana are you in?
Up here in Sabine Parish.
Oh, yeah. You're up north. I used to have a camp on Toledo Bend.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do a lot of work around Toledo Bend.
Yep, I used to have a camp on 1215.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Yep.
See if Joe Shearer gets his picture. I'm gonna send it to him.
So you work for somebody up there?
Yeah, I work for somebody. I'm still kind of learning and stuff.
We used to pass through, I don't know if he's still in business, but we used to pass through Manny, and I'd always see Ed sheet metal trucks.
Yeah. I don't really see them like around no more. They don't do too much work, but
right. I think old man Ed died.
Yeah. Well, they used to have a guy up here. I think his name was Pendleton or something. He used to do HVAC and then those home generators.
Yeah, Pendleton, like Pendleton Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to cross that way.
Oh, okay, yeah. We used to, when I was a kid growing up, there was a restaurant across that bridge in Texas called Bryce's. You remember that?
No. I'm only 21, so.
Oh
shit! Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you weren't even born yet.
Yeah.
Did you notice, John? That's actually the spring. I was actually getting ready to bore the spring through it. It was getting ready. The coil spring was getting ready to come through.
That is. Yeah, it sure was.
Man, it was going to come through.
Yep.
I don't think I'd have made it another mile.
No, you didn't have much left.
Maybe another 50 yards. I'm just wondering what's going to happen. I gotta fix that. Joe, did you get that?
Hold on a second. Look who I haven't. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It is.
Just thought I'd join for a few minutes. I saw this on my YouTube homepage. So who else is in here right now?
Ted and Ethan.
I thought I heard Ted.
Dadgum right, you heard me, boy. Don't make me come down there wherever you are.
I'm only a couple hours, maybe 3 hours from John.
Don't make me come down there and bomb your house with old emblems off air conditioners. Throw them through the windows like Ernest T. Bass.
I actually collected a few of those not long ago. I think they're still sitting in the little door pocket on the door of my truck, I think.
That's what you were doing several years ago when you were a little
twerp. For a little bit, I was working at a company for a little bit, and we were doing a bunch of changeouts at a local college on dorm rooms, and it's a bunch of carrier ICPs, and well, I didn't get any off the trains because those are stickers. We were taking out a bunch of old XB1000s from 04.
So are you working now?
For a little bit, I was. I've been trying to get back. That was a temp job for the summer. I've been trying to get in with another company, but everyone's just haven't been hiring for some reason.
You seen that movie Ride Along?
Wait, what?
Mhm.
That's what you probably want to do right along. A better
Hmm.
one for you would be like the other guys. And you could be Will Ferrell.
Let's see.
And you do your first desk pop. What'd you do, man? How'd you get so fat?
I don't know.
Well,
I
you
don't
like
know.
eat a lot of cake in the middle of the night, or what's going on?
I don't know. I guess I just eat a bit too much. I just hope I don't end up like John was.
Well, just let me tell you. Oh man. Anyway, let me just tell you, I've never picked on anybody but you.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
I hope you know that's only for you, buddy.
Wonderful.
Well, I did pick at Z-Man a little bit, but
Whatever he is.
oh, he's in there.
He's in the chat.
Different names, 6 or 7 different names. Auto care, lady auto care, bearded lady auto mechanic.
He wants to come in here bad to talk.
We're waiting for good subject matter.
Yeah, I think we can only fit
What's
one
better,
more.
ream or train? That's a good subject matter.
Nobody here wants to discuss that.
I knew I'd get something out of you on that one.
You can't start a fight. It won't work. Been there, done that. Too many years have passed by. It ain't gonna happen.
So, how's the new shop coming along, Ted? I've been seeing about on your channel.
It's getting there, man. It's getting there. I'm trying.
By the way, I've used your dollar bill trick on on a couple of flame sensors before.
Yeah,
it works very well.
I actually had to do that too, Ted. I meant to tell you that last winter. I was in a attic and then up on top of an attic. So I had to walk through a 3-foot door from climbing upstairs, and then I had to climb up again.
Yeah. So now you see why I really do it, because
I didn't have normally I got a little piece of sandpaper in my pocket, especially during the wintertime. But I didn't. So I don't carry a lot of cash on me. So I reached in my wallet and I had a couple bills on me. So I said, well, I might as well try it. I said, I've never done it before. I didn't video the job or nothing.
It works good if it's not bad. If it's really bad, you just need a new one or a knife or something. But
it wasn't too bad.
The reason I don't use sandpaper is they take the coating off and it's no longer slick, and it just gets dirty way too quick. I mean, you could do that with sandpaper and it'll work great, but you're going to need to do it every year. Or at least that's what I was taught in school, and I believe that.
Well, I'd have to disagree because I've cleaned several of them with sandpaper, but I don't scratch the hell out of it.
Crap out of it either. You do it smooth. Yeah.
Right. And I've knock on, I don't have to go back every year because it's
a piece of wore out sandpaper is better than a fresh piece too.
And that's what I use. I don't use a fresh piece. I keep a piece that I've sanded copper with, and I'll keep it in my pocket. But I had a couple bills on me that day, and I wasn't going all the way back to the truck, so I tried it, and it worked. It worked well.
I'm just wondering where you figured that out in the first place.
Wait a minute. Z-Man just admitted. Oh, an old man taught me that. I didn't figure that. I didn't figure anything out. I learned pretty much everything I know from somebody older than me that I probably smarted off to first and then later realized he was right, kind of like my dad. Wait a minute. He just admitted he has 2 personalities.
I know that that Milwaukee little pump that you use, Ted, for the pans and stuff. That works really well.
Cool. I like that.
I've already bought that setup. The first video he showed, I went to Home Depot the next day, and I bought the pump, the tubing, everything. It works wonderful.
Yeah, even though they're kind of like a little pricey and stuff, but I mean,
the pump is pricey, but it's worth every damn penny. I've went through.
Oh yeah, it flushes out the main drain. After you unplug it, you just use all that water to ensure that you're flushed out.
Right, but
it's great.
I've bought the little Harbor Freight pumps I had to buy them every year. They didn't last.
Yeah.
And when I saw, Ted's showed a lot of great ideas on here, but when literally I was watching his video and I said, I'll be damned. Ted done came up with something else. The next day I stopped at Home Depot and I bought the pump. I bought me a battery just for the pump. I bought the tubing, a bag, everything. And then the next day, my first call of the day was no cooling because of a full drain pan, and it worked wonderful.
Yeah.
Just be sure you clear the primary first before you try to pump it
Oh
down.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it beats
Make
than
more
like
pressure than you
taking
think.
one of those shop vacs up there and
Dude,
sucking it out and
You
throwing it.
gotta dump them too many times. I mean, and when it's hot up there,
The only other way, I don't know if you saw my old video.
yeah, the siphoning, yeah. But around here, that's not really an option because normally your staircases are not close to a sink and they're not that close to a carport or anything you'd have to stretch out a shit ton of tubing.
Well, don't try a 5-gallon bucket either, because it'll surprise you. If it's a 30 by 60, if it's an air handler, that son of a gun will hold 5 gallons.
Oh yeah, but that pump, man, and if it's hot, if it's too hot up there for me to just sit, I'll wedge that tubing with a wrench, an old wrench or something. And I'll get out and just listen at the pump. And then when I hear the pump, change that sound like it's stuck in air, then I'll run back up there and
manage that last little bit of it. But let me ask you this: have you gotten your impeller stuck yet?
Yes, I've had to open it up and fix it once.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing to do is, you might not have joined me on the jack of all sprays yet, but
yeah, I did. I
sent you silicone.
I sent you a picture a while back that I bought a 3-pack on Amazon. Yeah.
That's right, you did. Yeah. So I don't know yet if that stuff is, hurting it, but I know pure silicone won't. But we don't have much use for silicone lubricant.
So
otherwise,
you sprayed it with the jack of all sprays?
I did, and it was towards the end of the year, and I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Now, if you look close at that when you open it, it's just a boat impeller. It's just a rubber impeller, just like in your foot of your outboard motor.
Well, it pissed me off because I got in the attic, I set everything up, I unclogged the main drain, and I hooked up the discharge, female adapter to the main line, and I had my hose in the pan, and I went to hit the button, and I could hear it trying to turn, but it wouldn't turn. So I just unscrewed the 2 brass connectors real quick and ran out the attic because it was too hot to sit up there and mess with it. And same thing, I kept trying to get it to come on, so I took the front off and it was just stuck. So I spun it a couple times by hand. I didn't spray it with anything. I spun it a few times, put it back together and pressed it, and it came right on. And
water will work. I mean, just get it wet. But Joe just mentioned something I used to do before I even made videos, before I even, fooled with YouTube at all, is I used duct tape. I used to take a piece of duct tape, and I had a little bit bigger piece of clear tubing than the condensate pump. I had like a big 1/2 inch or so, it wasn't a little 3/8. And I would stick a little piece in there and lay a vice grip or a big wrench on it and go outside and use the shop vac.
Yeah, and I get what Joe's talking about.
Yeah, I did that for years. Actually, I did that.
The problem with it here, y'all's drains go outside. Ours don't. They go into the sewer.
Oh.
So it's code here.
So basically, your big problem is just getting rid of the water. Your drain, unplugging the drain's quick and easy.
Unplugging the drain is quick and easy. The shop vac, the shop vac unplugs it in 2 seconds, and is getting rid of the water. And but our drains, they don't allow us to run them outside over here. They have.
Baker had a sale today. I thought about taking a picture of it and texting it to you, but once I found out the price. Anyway, the SS2 and the SS1, they come in a box of like 20 24, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was a big sale. It was $300 for 24 of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? How much is that? I didn't even bother to.
I don't
Figure
know,
that
but you know why you brought that. Since you brought that up, somebody like you know, we kind of our changeouts are kind of the same. Like I've seen a bunch of your changeouts, and we kind of do work the same way. It's a little different because the ductwork's different over there. But why don't you put a float switch on your primary line? Because I've seen some of your brand new installs where the guys forgot to clean the line out, and your brand new coil's already gotten flooded with water.
And I'm already having to take water out of a brand new.
There you go. So why not use an SS1 or an SS2?
It's just too many false alarms with those things. Build up.
Hold on, before you continue, I'm gonna tell you, Ted, I've been using them for 5 or 6 years, maybe more. And look, knock on wood. I use the SS1, the T. I like it
before the trap in a T.
Yep.
That's better than the one in the secondary. The one in the secondary will eventually build up.
Correct. I don't use it anymore. But with the one with that T, you always got water running across it. So I'm telling you, man, in the past 5, 6 years, maybe more, I haven't had an issue with them, and you should really start using them. Quit flooding them cabinets.
Yeah, or my guys just should really become the perfect installers.
Well, that's not going to happen. But even a perfect install job, if your drain clogs up, if you don't use one, it's still going to fall into the pan and flood your insulation. And
you know what I've noticed with installers, though? No matter what you try to do, they take it as an insult. They say all you're doing is bitching at them, blah, blah, and whatever. And then the next day or the next week or whatever, they actually go ahead and start doing what you were talking about.
Right. Well, look, Isaiah's down here. Let's let him in. Everybody's saying let him in.
Wow, they are. Who is?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Z-Man. Who are you today?
I just want to say real quick before I get do what I have to do.
What do you got to
Ted's wish.
What do you got to go do?
I got to deal with two of my guys real quick.
Your
Ted,
guys.
Your wish is
you have guys.
Yeah, I have 2 guys that I work with on YouTube. 2 of them I got to deal with. 1 I'm gonna probably kill.
Oh, okay, gamer stuff.
Yes, sir. But Ted, your wish has been granted, and I have an LLC in the back burner, waiting to get paid for.
That's not Ted's wish.
It's Ted's wish for me and Dad to work together. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm working with my father full time.
Yeah, but he said HVAC.
And you have to make videos.
But hey, my final decision has been made.
And let him get on your ass.
Oh, I'm gonna let him get on my ass when I'm working on these cars. I'm gonna let him get on my ass. He already jumped my ass yesterday.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
he already jumped on my ass yesterday.
He said he quit HVAC because he couldn't take the ass chewings from his dad, but he could take them from a car, from his dad about a car.
Hey,
so that's one lie. Let's start it's a
little more like confusion. It's just
and admit I did make a mistake when I deleted my channel. I got pissed and I deleted it. I did make that mistake. I admit that. That was my own fault.
Don't ever do something like that again. That was
I hear you, Ted. I made that mistake. That was my fault. You
got to
learn. I deserve to be called a dumbass because I am.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, it's true. You learn from your mistakes. But
so, let me ask you this: has your dad ever actually put his foot up your backside?
He actually has grabbed me by the throat when he got pissed at me one time. And that's the truth. He actually has. Right behind me, right there, is where he grabbed me. And that's when he blew up on me for a stupid reason.
And you straightened up too, didn't you?
Oh, I straightened up after that. I haven't pissed him off once.
And Zaya, so how's the woman transition coming?
Dude, I finally got me some pussy.
No, you didn't.
I got a girl I'm about to go talk to.
Okay, but about to go talk to versus and don't chill out with that on my channel, man. YouTube don't like that. You could do that on your channel, but I mean, see, that's another lie. You didn't get any. You said you got some, but then you said you're about to start talking to somebody.
To this girl.
Okay, but that's not getting any though.
Nope.
Do you think you're going to?
I need to talk to her because I do kind of like her a little bit.
Well,
that's
Her
back in
name's
the
Allie.
right
so
direction.
you're not becoming a woman. Oh, he jumped out. I guess he got pissed off.
So,
Hey, I love that kid. I love that kid, man.
do
And you know,
too,
I've
man.
had a lot of people come after me because I've been hard on him lately, but it's got, I mean, and I know he's autistic, and I have an autistic son that's much more severe than
right
him.
here.
Yeah,
right
I
here.
mean, my son is severe. You know, he doesn't speak, you know, none of that. And he doesn't even go to regular school. He goes to therapy every day.
Well,
But
what's his name there? Severe. He's Asperger's or something. What do you got?
Asperger's is high functioning.
That's
like
what I am. That's what I have.
Yeah, that's what this guy. I mean, you can't even really tell he's autistic.
Not much.
Asperger's means that you can do anything that we can do. I mean, you can't even really tell that they have autism. My son is really, really high, like on the.
So does he speak yet? I mean,
no.
will he speak? He
No,
doesn't.
He doesn't, and there's no guarantee that he will, but he's trying to a little bit right now. So it's looking good. But yeah. Isaiah is not on my son's level. Isaiah can think and talk. And, you know, so it's like, oh, you're picking on an autistic kid. No, I'm not picking on him. It's just that everybody's tired of, you know, he's becoming a woman. He's not becoming a woman. He's you know, y'all know the story, and it is what it is. But
it was easy enough to put up with till that started.
Right. Nobody's going to sit here and tell me something about autism. I have an autistic son, and, you know, Zach Ciota has 3 autistic children. I don't know if his new one is autistic, but his kids are high functioning as well. I don't know if it's Asperger's. I think they're a little more severe than Asperger's.
I don't even think that Asperger's is an actual diagnosis they do anymore. They just say they're on the spectrum.
They're on the spectrum. So my son is like really high on the spectrum. He's severe. Zach's kids talk. They go to school. They do this. They do that.
Oh, one of them's going to college here.
Exactly. My son doesn't go to school. He goes to therapy every day and gets his schooling through that. But my son will be 8 years old in March, and he's still not speaking. So my son is, you want to talk about like severe autistic, come meet my son. You know, he's the autistic that if something's too loud, you know, he covers his ears and cowers down and freaks out. He doesn't really socialize with us that much. I mean, when he has a little affection every now and then, he'll feel affection. He'll come give us a hug and all that, and he'll play with his sister, my daughter, and my daughter's completely normal, and he loves her and she loves him, and they do play together. But when he's tired of playing with her, he'll go away and go to his room and shut the door because he wants to be alone.
I was friends with a couple of boys like that back in school.
God, dog,
what the hell?
The heck happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was friends with a couple of twin boys back in primary school that were like that. I was kindergarten through 12th grade. I was friends with them. They were definitely more severe autism. So I know how I know what the kind of autism looks like. And yes, they could sort of speak, but they never really spoke much at all.
Right.
Especially
So
early on.
My son, you know, that's why if anybody in here is friends with me on Facebook, I had to choose somebody out one day because they were like, you post all these family pictures, you know, because we went to the beach over the summer. I took my daughter to the beach, and they're like, where's your son? You know, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, my son doesn't come on those trips because he would be miserable. I mean, he would be flat out miserable. So he stays with his grandmother or my dad, his grandpa. As you all know, my mother is passed on. So he either stays with my mother-in-law or my dad, because if I were to take him to the beach around all those people, he would be miserable. I mean, he would just be crying and, you know, doing this and, you know, freaking out. So we don't take him, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Ted, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Isaiah's live on his channel, so
he's got video game stuff going on.
Yeah, so basically
everybody hang tight.
Whenever I get on one of your videos, Ted, As
Hey,
soon as
hey.
I hear you say, "Oh,
Hang tight. Hang
good
tight.
Lord," I know it's going to be a good video.
Hold on.
Like this 32-year-old furnace. Oh, what?
Hang on.
What?
We're gonna do something right quick.
Oh, starting to get that tunnel effect on there.
The depth is getting deep.
Yeah, it is getting deep now.
I thought I knew what he was doing, but now I don't.
Can y'all see Isaiah?
No, we can
Yep.
just see like 10 layers deep of us.
Shh.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, hold on. Still
Now we
nothing.
screen. Now we see your whole screen. So if you put him up,
We see the window with the Hangout open.
Yeah, I'm trying to put him on. Let me try it this way. Hang tight.
there you go. Well, yeah, there he is.
Okay, now y'all got him?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
Don't keep it on too long. You don't want copyright.
All right.
Can't hear him.
Yeah, you're not sharing your sound.
Y'all can't hear him?
No,
No, I think you got to turn your sound on your stream.
I did.
That's weird. What's he talking about?
bitching about something we just said. Probably.
Oh boy.
Maybe. I don't know. He might be rearranging his
Wait.
life as per our suggestion.
Let me try something. Oh, I know why we couldn't hear him a minute ago. Y'all hang tight. That was my fault.
It sure was.
All right, can y'all see him now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Can y'all hear him?
Oh,
No.
No?
unmute YouTube and it'll echo, but we can hear him.
Okay. It's unmuted.
Yeah, but it's not coming through your speakers.
Let me see something here.
There he is.
Can y'all hear him?
We did for a second.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can look through my shit.
Y'all hear him now when I press that button?
No.
No, it's still dead. What?
Yeah,
I
but
don't even know.
did y'all hear him for a second?
Not that time, but we did a few seconds ago, yeah. Dang, which one of his gay channels is he on?
So he
he's
decided he wanted to be a mechanic.
Yeah, he's on that car audio thing channel. I never did.
Y'all heard him that time?
No.
No.
Why? What you talking about? ZCC Car Care Auto LLC.
But wouldn't it be able to do in other shops like MTB, Valve,
There it is.
Costco, Sears, et cetera, et cetera. But that's the reason why I chose to go on my own.
All right, whoever's got it on, turn it off. I'm gonna try something else.
I have just to help them.
Oh, I thought your audio was actually working.
That was mine.
Hold on, Ted. I'm gonna try.
EPA said, "When's the last time you washed that shirt?"
Oh boy. Wait, EPA's in the chat?
No, he's in John's or in Z-Man's chat. He doesn't bathe himself, so I think his parents throw him in the swimming pool once a week in the summertime. You still ain't getting nowhere, John.
Can y'all hear him now?
Nope.
All right, well, we'll just leave yours on, Ted,
If I need it, you know, if
and
I'm
I'll play the video.
and I have just say this on a t-shirt. Let me show you. Sean, what's up, bro? That's a good question. Where's she at? Bearded lady. So if I'm just, you know, working on a vehicle and have this on like a t-shirt, I'm not gonna
There
wear,
we go.
you know, collar shirt if that makes any sense. That's the reason why I'm gonna get some t-shirts made with my company logo. And I'm gonna have this on there. Same thing, Mobile One, and my Mopar patch. Y'all can't see it. And my Mopar on there. And I added my Nexon tire dealer patch on there too. And I have my Die Hard dealer patch. I'm gonna get 2 more of those made. Get 2 more of those since these 2, you know, started cracking and I've been wearing them. So like I said, and that's just the main reason why I got an HVAC, so that on-call nights and weekends, you know. See, I'm fine working Saturdays as a mechanic, but you know, Sundays, when people tell you gotta work Sundays, holidays, fuck that, you know, screw that on that. I'm gonna take, you know, Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving off, close my shop, you know, for those 2 days.
And then I'm a pretend
For that
mechanic.
day and open back up Friday. That's when I'm gonna open back up on those holidays. So, but if it, you know, let's say if you have an emergency, you know, call out, you need your, you know, like a jump start or something for your vehicle, I will, you know, it's gonna cost you a little more, a little bit extra for me to drive out there that can give you a jump start. And if you want willing to pay the extra amount of money that you're gonna have to pay me to come out, then that's fine. If they say that, they say come on, but they don't care.
There's 5 people
You go out and
watching.
get it done.
Yeah,
you know?
that's about all
Yeah.
he gets.
And I do have my highway
Yeah.
phone and sister.
See, we've got 64 on our stream.
Ignition coils and spark plugs.
I thought he worked for Walmart.
No. I'll explain.
First thing I'm going to do is troubleshoot the vehicle, find out what's wrong.
Troubleshoot the vehicle? Really? Come on, man.
I like to bring my nephews.
Oh, boy. I heard enough of that. I'm going to troubleshoot the vehicle.
Turn the volume back on, Ted.
I clicked the wrong daggum browser and closed it. I was trying to close it. I got like 6 open. Why, you think he's going to say something exciting in a minute?
Well, you never know.
I don't know.
I think we're picking him up some views, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A spark plug that's bad. One of the two. But that's the next thing I have to do on that.
You got it live, Ted?
Yeah.
Is wasting the ignition coils and do the spark plugs. And I'm also going to do like a little tire rotation, you know, since I have my impact, I have my little snub nose impact gun. I'm going to rotate the tires on it and torque them down. I'm going to, get up, torque them down, but between. I'm going to torque them down between from 65 foot-pounds. I'm going to torque them down at 60 foot-pounds with my impact. And I'm going to do 100. They call for between 120 to 150 foot-pounds of torque, and I'm going to torque them down.
I wonder how he's going to measure torque on his impact gun that doesn't have
I'm gonna,
torque.
I'm not going to go hammer on the freaking studs, forever with my impact. I'm going to tap it on there and torque it down with my torque wrench. Just because you have a torque stick doesn't mean you don't have to torque them down. Chris, what's up, brother?
That's stupid.
Chris, no comment, brother. But look, I tell you guys what, John's a damn good guy and a great actor. That dude's good. He knows his craft, and I'm proud of him. As a great, businessman he's become. But I chose to go a different route than he did. I chose to do automotive, and I'm rather
He's proud of me. I've made it big now.
Blame my son, just do this for the next 20 years. Because I'm helping in the transportation industry. With HVAC, I didn't get to do any of that. I had to travel to people's house, and they didn't have a car spot or something. He's good. He's a good, like I said, Dad, he's a good dude. So that's a smart son of a bitch. That dude knows his shit when it comes to air conditioning. I feel like him and my dad can get along good.
Come on, answer my questions.
Bearded lady mechanic. He's just repeating what he just watched.
I've made mistakes in the past, and I'm gonna learn from them.
He gave me a dose of reality.
Chris Ted's a really great guy. He's got that old country boy accent. I love it. And Ted's a good guy. So if y'all want my air conditioning,
I'm just watching the live chat on my other screen. It's pretty good.
DIY HVAC and Mr. John, Big John, we call him John Israel Israel. John Israel.
Talking about spark plug, can you come change the spark plugs in my truck for me? Thank you very much.
I'm over it,
Oh, that was a phase, and he's.
I'm gonna stick with being who I am, man, because I want to, run my business, with my dad.
Stick with being the 7 people that you are.
As with a lot of these shops, they want me to work, Sundays and all of that, and holidays. I'm not gonna do that. I want to have time for my family on Sundays. Excuse me. What's going on, Matt? That's basically how I see things fit. I'd rather just work for myself and work Sundays.
Work for himself, and he has no experience.
Yeah.
To say, Chris, I do have a girl lined up.
Oh God!
Oh no! Ted's in the chat.
Now he's got a girl lined up.
That makes any sense.
Where is your Christmas lights?
I mean, hey, believe it or not, that's what I'm saying. I don't even care about the hours. If that makes sense, I don't care. I have to work Sundays, but damn it, I'm gonna do it. So.
Show us a picture of her. We want to see.
I got a good one for him.
Oh no!
When I get out of this freaking house, I'm going straight over there to the racetrack and talk to her.
Racetrack?
Got nothing, Ted. Got nothing but. Hold on a minute.
A racetrack? You're gonna show us a picture of a.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
All right, everybody, read my comment that I just put.
Do you know how to change an exhaust belt? What even is an exhaust belt?
It doesn't exist.
That's what I was thinking. Does he know how to replace blinker fluid?
Well, thanks for my plan, fellas. Not yet, John. Not yet. That's true.
Ignore my laughs. They are terrible.
He doesn't know how to change an exhaust belt yet.
That's better position.
Get this open on another screen.
My keyboard's loud when I type. Come on, answer the question. Chris, quit blowing it, dude. Who's Chris?
Yeah, that's true right now. I don't know right now.
But are you?
He doesn't know.
Don't for the exhaust, but there is for the.
They're only on those foreign cars.
Well, you have your timing chain or a timing belt, which is a rubber belt, with a timing chain, which is metal. Which I think a lot better designed. And really, all you have to do with that timing chains is keep them lubricated with a fresh oil change every 3,000 to 5,000 miles.
Are y'all ready for this? Watch.
Timing belt. I would replace them every once every 100,000 miles.
Oh my fucking.
Oh, I know it's easiest, Sean. It is. It's the easiest part.
It's easy to change an exhaust belt,
but
baby.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Do the spark plugs and ignition coils on that 2010 Dodge. Me personally, guys, I'm not a fan of the X5s. I think they're the biggest, fucking piece of shit out there, especially like the newer ones.
I'm gonna do something
out there.
Answer it.
Oh, that's funny, Ted. let me do
I'm gonna
something.
give it a good old blinker fluid joke.
No one can guess what I'm doing.
Okay.
There it is, Brilla. I'm working
There it is. I just put it in.
Certificate.
Siphon that bitch out. Siphon it out. Put fresh fuel filters on it.
Siphon it out.
You motherfucker. Damn.
What, a bee stung you?
Yes, sir, Chris. Son of a bitch, man. Son of a bitch. I forgot about that. I broke my freaking nail earlier.
That's Southeast Texas Sirens
Actually,
Road
my
channel.
God,
That's my channel, by the way.
He says, "Are you going to be available later?"
Blinker fluid?
I am on my way in 5. And now he's saying, "Dude, I need you."
I'm just gonna be really over descriptive with my actual vehicle to mess with them.
Your name's not in there.
It's Southeast Texas Sirens of Rail. That's what I actually.
Hell no, brother. Y'all are fucking nuts. But
I love recording trains. That's my hobby.
Who is Chris? He's a douche.
Yeah, he is a douche.
He must be, because.
Well, I don't know shit right now. I don't know shit, John.
Oh my God, he's just gonna keep putting it in there.
Tell you exactly.
Tell him to look it up.
Wait, listen.
What engine you have in that truck right now? You got a Vortex 6.0 with a 4-speed automatic transmission, and you got it puts out 304 horsepower and around 4,400 RPMs. And you have the refined fuel for that vehicle is regular unleaded. And the max fuel tank capacity of the 26-gallon tank, number of valves, 16 valves.
He's looking up the whole description of the vehicle.
4,000 RPMs. Yes, sir. And that truck came with an aftermarket Bluetooth stereo system on it.
Aftermarket Bluetooth stereo?
Hey guys, you know how I'm really gonna mess with him here. I'm gonna ask him something he probably won't even freaking know.
Well, just do it.
I'm gonna ask him how much oil for a fucking EMD locomotive. I think that's like, God, hold on. I think I have a paper somewhere that tells me that. It's like hundreds of gallons. You look through this thing I have.
Dude, I told you I'm coming.
Where is it?
Who had that Isaiah technician shirt made up for?
I have no idea.
A play shirt?
Yeah, his arm's blocking the other side that says ZCC Car Care Tire and Lube.
Yeah, and it's got Mopar on one.
Yeah, he got a Mopar patch and a Mobile One patch.
Honestly.
And his mom bought him one to play with.
Hey, y'all, he's looking up the blinker fluid on my truck.
I'm doing it. That's what I just did. I'm looking it up.
Look, he's looking it up.
I don't know shit right now. Like I said, I don't know shit.
Ask him if he knows how to change oil on a Tesla.
I'm looking all over my all data books. Go to my all data.
Yeah.
That's where I get most of my data from.
Oh my God. On all 2 cars that I've checked the oil in.
There we go.
Yeah, surprisingly, his mom hasn't walked in yet. Look at his room. Let me do that. Dude.
It's pretty cluttered
I
up.
think it's pretty much.
He's got those sirens and lights and blinking stuff over there. Seem like that'd drive him crazy if they work.
There it is. I just dropped it in.
I don't see nothing.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
It's asking about an EMD
Keep
diesel
doing.
locomotive
no,
primary
computer.
engine.
What?
We'll see what he says.
Oh Lord, that's a train engine.
I know. That's why I'm trying to mess with him. I think
Yeah, I'm in the
hold on.
middle right now,
I have it
so
pulled up right now.
it might look like
That's
this,
the
but I'm in
blind leading the
middle.
blind, man.
Hey, it's a product of General Motors. He should know.
Can't ask a autistic question to an
There's no
autistic
blinker
guy.
fluid on that fucking Dodge. I can tell you that.
He says there ain't no.
I have a look at EPA. I have a Telsa. What kind of? Let's listen.
Tesla.
Hey, hold on. Listen.
No, that's what I told it. I looked on it. Yeah, Tesla is an all electric vehicle, and it's just a battery, big battery that you have to
Oh,
charge.
he actually knew the answer.
You go about 250.
Actually knew the
miles
answer.
on one charge, and then once you get the lowest amount of percentage, you have to start finding a charging station. 4.
His mom should thank us for providing the entertainment.
What does this thing say that I have?
See his other patch, Ted? ZCC Car Care Tire and Lube.
Tire and lube.
Yep.
In the yard.
Here we go. Here's a good one.
He really does live in a pretend land. I never knew that until recently.
Yeah.
I noticed that, he didn't show him doing any work with his dad, but
Fuck.
I never paid that close of attention. And he does pretend a lot, and I just learned all that recently.
The oil I'm going to be using is the Mobile One high mileage synthetic oil. Is all I'm going to be using. This is what I'm going to be selling right here. Mobile One is all I'm going to be primarily selling is Mobile One. Now my cheap oil is going to be the Quaker State. Quaker State is going to be my off-brand oil.
Quaker State's not
And
cheap.
the cheap, filter I'm going to use it's going to be the brand extra guard
Cheap
filter.
is the store brand,
Cheap
the
oil.
racetrack
Now for the when I sell
Right.
my synthetic, package or my synthetic oil,
package.
I'm going to use the Mobile One, a 20,000 mile high mileage oil, and I'm going to use the Mobile One high mileage filter. Those are the two things I'm going to match that oil.
Great.
Yeah, Super Tech is some good shit.
Look at HVAC his life.
Now, I can't even talk today. So what?
Ignition problems.
I can't even talk.
I don't think a diesel
I'm
has
trying not
spark
to laugh.
It does.
No, they
It
don't.
doesn't.
They don't.
But like you said, you have ignition problems. HVAC light. No, sir, Cajun. This is just a live stream I'm doing. But if you're having ignition problems, like first thing I would do, I'm not too familiar with GMs, but I am familiar with the Power Stroke. 6 liters. I'm pretty familiar with.
Excellent.
Watch this.
Yeah, John. The longest that. Yeah, the diesel spark plugs, HVAC light for lifetime.
What's lifetime?
On the 6.0s, John, you
Listen.
usually never have to be replaced. Now,
Oh,
on the 6.0s and the 7.3s, we have what we call a stiction issue, which is sticky friction on the oil side of the injectors that get on the spark plugs or injectors, whatever you want to call it.
on the spark
They
plugs
do-
on a diesel.
They do get stuck sometimes, and what they have is a treatment for that shit. And they never want to take it.
And also, I changed the head gaskets on the
glow
6.0.
plug relay, a little relay for the glow plugs. Other than that,
Oh,
Oh, it's buffering.
I think I'm losing my internet connection.
but on
There you go.
on these 6 liters, guys, when you bulletproof
There
is
it
where
is.
we completely delete the emissions, remove the EGR cooler and cap it off. And what they do is they put a bulletproof diesel. All what bulletproof diesel does is they put
He said lifetime spark plugs on that Chevy diesel.
original stock oil cooler with that little passageways oil and
Diesel
coolant mixed together. So the coolant no longer cools the oil.
Oil and coolant mixed together? They won't mix?
No, sir, John, they do not. They have what we call glow plugs, and they have glow plugs and fuel injectors. And on these diesels, they have what we call the glow plugs, which heats up the engine, oil, and basically heats up the oil, et cetera, et cetera. And they usually they never go bad, but
Oh my God! What type of glow plugs work the best in a Chevy 350 gas engine?
I use Sean, and I swear by the spark plugs I use. I swear by the Champion plugs. I used on my father's truck,
And Briggs and
this truck
Stratton.
went about close to it's got almost 150,000 miles on it, and we bought the truck in 04. And I'll never change the plugs on it up until about 122,000 miles to change them at. And that's all we run is pure, Shell gasoline. So I tell people to run if they run, shitty gas and shit like that. Yeah, that's correct. You should never have to change them, but over time they will go bad.
Oh my God!
That's on the diesel though. But on the gas, you will at least go. Me personally, I go between our truck that we have. I go between 150,000, 130, 120 to almost 200,000. And on the 5.4 liter Tritons, they're notorious for the spark plugs cracking inside of the inside of the head. They're notorious for that. Yeah, the diesels do not have spark plugs, guys. They have glow plugs.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah. The short, like you said, R13. The short glow plugs are the best for the short block Chevys. And
Short block won't run.
Short block.
Short block Chevy with a spark plug.
In the brand I pretty much use, and I've never had a problem with. Man, y'all got me all fucked up here. Yeah, probably. So he's probably gonna scare the shit out of me. He's probably gonna. Let me go raise my mouth. Oh, make me go fucking back.
Wonder who that was for.
Oh, so much to do tomorrow. To get ready for that trip tomorrow.
Trip?
I want to know who this EPA person is.
He's been around for a while. He won something on one. I know his name and address. He won something.
Yes, sir. Right there.
Unless that's
Mopar.
a fake one. That
The
might be a
certified
fake one.
Mopar.
No, that's him.
Certified Mopar.
So,
Yeah.
Certified what? Club member?
No, he said certified moped mechanic.
Yeah,
No, he said certified Mopar.
It was the fuel injectors I've had to replace.
Listen.
And my one of my glow plugs that went bad on it, so I replaced one of those. That one
The
big
6.0
glow plug.
doesn't have glow plugs.
Got the truck
It has a
back,
glow stick.
running, and we had number 8 injector was sticking, and you can watch it and you can see the tachometer is going to be lazy. It has no power and nothing like that. And you'll have a severe cold start problem. You'll see the typical sign of blue smoke out the tailpipe. Yeah, I actually have. Yeah, let me correct myself on that. The 6.0s do not, glow plug have spark plugs.
Oh my God, Ameristar.
They have one
Converted
big,
to
blue
diesel.
rod for the 6 liters.
Converted.
Nothing to diesel.
Yeah, I did have to replace one of my, like I said, one of my injectors was stuck, and I had the shop y'all saw me at, doing the work on my sister's car. We have the tool, the computer to do the injector buzz test. Yes, sir, that's correct. Hey, I may not know my shit now, but I'll know it later down the road. I'm gonna know my shit one day. If I, get my ass out there and do it, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do my best. Let me get my ass out of here because my guys are calling me. Hold on, hang on. Yeah, he's saying, get my ass in here. I gotta take it. Damn shit.
They're calling him to play Fortnite.
Probably.
Where is he?
Enjoy it, guys. I'm gonna go eat some cake and go to bed.
Oh damn! I wanted to talk to you, Ted.
Hurry up! I gotta go.
Good Lord.
So,
Every time I hear you say "Good Lord" at the beginning of the video, like when you come across the unit, I know it's gonna be good. Like I don't know, that 32-year-old train that you came across recently that had to burn up the whole side of the furnace with rollout.
yeah, when we took that thing out, I wish I was there. They sent me pictures, but one of the burners had like exploded and puffed apart from all the poofing, and there was actually piles of just carbon and rust just piled on top of them.
Yep, that furnace was actually known for that and heat exchanger problems. They actually recalled them back in the early 2000s.
Well, it was actually a consolidated furnace. It just said train
consolidated
sticker. There 4 or 5 labels on it.
Yep. So you did one once that had a draft inducer on it too.
Well, that was our entertainment for the night.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
What the hell are you eating over there?
Breadsticks.
What did I tell you about getting fat?
I have a video suggestion for you, Ted. Show us some stuff in your little unit dump, whatever you want to call it, the graveyard, I guess.
There's a whole big video of that where I shot the drone out of the sky.
Hey, you know what video came across my feed the other day, Ted? It was one of yours. That York system where that B vent was all messed up. Did you ever change that system?
Oh yeah, and I've got the furnace on the floor of the shop, and I keep wanting to take it apart and make another video showing all the guys, because so many comments
right
telling me that I disabled the furnace and I could have let them have heat.
What about the one where the carrier was on its back?
Oh my gosh, I've still got that furnace, man. It was like brand new.
Y'all changed just the furnace or the whole system?
No, we put the whole system.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, it had 1990 reams outside.
They did that because of the slab coil.
Right.
So they just stood it up and said, "Oh, it works this way." Duh. I just can't believe that the inducer was strong enough to suck the flame down in there.
I know.
I fired it up in that video.
Oh, I remember.
I certainly disabled it when I left, but I fired it up just because I couldn't believe it would.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, that ain't cool. It won't hit the rollouts when it rolls out. It'll just roll out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some shit, but I've come across one induced draft system laying on its back like that years and years ago. But that was a good one.
I mean, that took the cake for me.
Oh yeah.
It was hooked up and running.
Yep.
Well, it wouldn't run.
And
they
you
caught
see,
me.
that just goes to show you, like Carrier, selling to somebody like that.
Nobody should sell to anybody with no license.
Because there's no way the guy that put that furnace in does this for a living.
No, he wasn't even. It might have been a homeowner or a handyman or something, or a picture hanger.
Yep.
Or some fruitcake that collects emblems.
Hey, I collect emblems. Watch it now.
I'm sure you do.
Hey, Matt T is asking if we still service any of those old Tombstone units.
I haven't seen a Tombstone in a while. I used to service a couple of them when I was with Dad back in Alexandria when I still lived over there.
They're a trip, man.
I like the old Ream units from back in the freaking 80s, 90s. I really like those.
Yeah, the Tombstone is it's a cantankerous one when you got to change a condenser fan motor because you got to get a double shafted motor, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a guy, man, a helper. This has been 20, 25 years ago. He actually thought that shaft through motor turned. He actually thought it was two shafts and one turning the other direction than the other. And he said, well, there's no other way because this one's facing the other way. And I just let him dig his hole for a while. And I said, you think maybe they made the blade with the reverse pitch on it? Well, yeah.
I know. Well, I know you better put the motor in the right way. Don't put it in backwards if it's not reversible. If the polarity is not reversible. Yes, Matt. The Tombstone is a York. That was a York.
Yeah, you could switch the blades though.
You're right.
The motor wasn't really directional, but the blades were.
Right.
And
I was like, I found this gem online not long ago. If you can see that, found an old ass Ream furnace manual online. I don't know how, but I did.
They're out there.
I've got the manuals, pictures, the thermostat books, and everything from 1992 when Train made the first inverters known to man. And I don't care what anybody says, we did it first and we do it better. It was the same.
That's one thing I do agree with you on. I think that Train and American Standard do have the best inverter on the market.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, if you think about it, we actually stole that technology from, and it wasn't the Japs, it was the Germans with the first mini splits.
Oh, okay.
And it was an inverter, and the whole purpose of the inverter was to not run heat strips. It was to squeeze more, take that wind chill effect off the outdoor coil.
Right.
And make heat on down to 0 degrees. That was the whole point of the inverter. But we made it in an XL15 SEER, an XL14 and 15 in 1992 and 93.
That's one of the reasons that I am going to consider the American Standard offer is because
to get that 20 SEER.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if you ever had to do zoning, you could actually do it correctly and unbelievably good. No bypass.
And I told him that. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'll sell a little bit of your 16 stuff and all that, but I'm signing up mainly just for the inverter.
Yeah, and you have to go to the class. It takes 6 hours, but they give you a good lunch.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever soldered in some mini splits instead of using those little connections?
I did.
Well, you can at the top, but at the
Yeah, the head
condenser you can't.
Yeah, I don't do it at the condenser. I do it at the on the inside.
I did it at the head unit just because there was no way to leave the fittings accessible where it was going. There was another living space behind it, and there was no other way, and they were going to be buried in sheetrock. I mean,
Yeah.
really, the whole unit's not serviceable. I mean, you're going to cut sheetrock no matter what if you have a head unit problem.
Yeah, I went out to a call and they had the lines running through the wall, like, behind sheetrock and stuff, and that's where the leak was.
Well,
see, he's got that
I'll say
act-
this: there's a lot of guys that don't flow nitrogen. Okay, and that's your prerogative. But if you're gonna solder on that mini split, you better flow nitrogen.
Yeah.
Because that electronic expansion valve, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, the electronic ones are better than a thermostatic, but regardless, there's that little pin that slides in and out on the I mean, there's just no way to avoid it. You're really filling it full of garbage if you're soldering like that. But somebody told me if you use that Stay Silv,
Stay Bright 8.
yeah, that
you don't have to flow nitrogen. It doesn't get hot on
Yeah,
there.
Really?
Lab uses all the time.
But
I just can't do it. I don't know why.
no, there's one guy in one of them groups. He doesn't really fool around with YouTube, but he's all over the Facebook groups, and he loves that damn Stay Bright 8. And I'm sure it's as good as everybody says, but I've been brazing for 18 years. I'm not gonna stop now.
No Vintage Hero. The one I was talking about had a train sticker on it. It was not a Bard. We hadn't seen any Bard stuff in quite a while here, unless it's 30 years old.
Ever since you made that glue video, Rain or Shine, I've been running into problems with that.
Oh, I know. Everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, you're wrong. You're just," which I've never used it. I've never used it.
It doesn't melt the pipe very well.
No, it don't. And I'll play one of my damn little short videos right now. I mean, this is a joint that
you grab it and pop it apart.
Yeah, this is a joint that I had never touched before, and I could look at it and tell that it would come apart. Let me find that little. Here it is, right here. Let me.
I use that really. I don't know what brand it is, but it's called Heavy Duty. Like it's like.
Oh, that's the wrong video. Yeah, I use clear PVC cement.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like a gel almost.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, y'all watch this real quick. This is
But that blue crap. If you spill it on something, it's blue forever.
Oh yeah.
A drop or whatever on a floor.
Wait, can y'all see the video?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all...
Oh yeah.
There it is.
All right, here we go. Watch.
Yeah, if you grab that and twist it.
All right. Yeah, watch. I've never touched it. Okay, watch. Look, bam! It just came right off.
Yep.
I've never touched that joint in my life until right there, and it just popped right off.
See, I accidentally picked up some of that, and we did an install, and about a week later, we got a call about it dripping.
It does not work. It'll hold, but after about a year, 2 years,
twist
you
it
can,
right
you
off.
can do what I just did. You can twist it right off.
Oh yeah.
Like it ain't nothing.
Nope. And everybody says, "Oh, well, that's because the person that put it on didn't prep the pipe correctly."
Whatever.
Look, I've been using clear PVC. My dad's a master plumber also. So, when it comes, like, that's why I hate Rain or Shine, because my dad taught me. My dad hates that shit. But I have been using clear PVC heavy-duty cement for 18 years that I've been doing this, and I have never used primer. Because one thing y'all have to remember, and a plumber will tell you this, and I learned from my dad, that's a plumber also, there is no pressure on our drain lines. Okay. When you use that primer and you really want to get that pipe nice and clean and you want to make sure that glue melts, that's because because water lines and sewer, well, not a sewer line, but water lines are under pressure.
Yep.
Our shit's not under pressure. It's a trickle. You know how many drain lines I go to that are not glued at all that don't leak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen drain lines that run from the unit to the sewer. Not one joint is glued, and they've been like that for 20 years and never leaked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a trickle. It's nothing but a trickle. But I have never had the clear PVC cement be able to twist it off.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you know.
clear heavy duty stuff. It's like once it's on there, it's on there.
It's not coming off.
Apparently, that stuff you're talking about that was crap. Apparently, it's not up to code in Connecticut, according to someone in chat.
I've never used the three-part, step where you clean it and then prime it. I've never done that, but if I had really old pipe and I didn't want to change it out, I have used a cleaner before.
Well, if the pipe is that old, we normally change it out. But or if I see that thin wall shit that's scheduled 35, we take that out and put scheduled 40 in.
See, around here they got a lot of that. It's like it's real thin, but it's black. It's a black pipe.
Oh, that ABS.
Yeah.
That's like rubber.
Yeah, it's like on older houses.
Yeah, and that shit'll clog up easy too.
Yeah. And it always like it's so thin where it like kinks. You know. Yeah,
well, around here they won't let you use the blue rain or shine glue on new construction. They'll fail you. I had a subcontractor, my subcontractor that does my changeouts. He did a house for me a couple years ago for a relative, a new construction. And I told him, I said, don't use, because he uses the blue glue on his jobs. I said, don't use that blue glue because they'll fail us. I got a phone call from the inspector, and thank God I know him. And he said, hey, over here at your aunt's house, your sub used that damn rain or shine glue. I can't give you a green tag. I said, just come back tomorrow. It'll be fixed.
In Louisiana?
Yeah. Well, yeah, down here. And I remember it's local. You have your state code, but then you got local codes too.
Oh, yeah.
So I went over the next day and I had to cut out every joint and fix it and put new couplings or 90s or whatever with the clear PVC cement. So, but that blue glue, it's a joke.
Do y'all use those little things that go on the impact instead of using a coupling?
They go.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
What the heck is he talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking? What exactly are you talking about?
Instead of using a coupling for like on your copper, you take that. I can't remember what it's called. What brand it's called. But
oh, you mean to make a swedge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have the drill type swedge. Yeah.
Ever since I used them things, I ain't bought no couplings or anything.
Oh no. I mean, I've got a Hillmore bender. Very rarely use 90s or 45s. The only time I have to use a 45 is on ream because they come out at a 45-degree angle, and sometimes your copper, you just with that crossbow bender, you can't make a sharp enough bend. So I have to use a street 45.
See, I bought one of those tubing benders from our little supply house up here. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I bought it, and I used it for like a couple of months. But the little tabs, you know, where you put your pipe at, they like came out completely.
Is it the spring crossbow bender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the little heads that rotate, you know, at the top.
Oh, yeah.
They came out and stuff.
What brand bender?
I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
The best bender on the market is Hillmore. Yeah, Sean. I have the Rector Seal spin swage 7/8. I've broken 2 7/8 bits because I think it's because I let my battery get too low. But yeah, 7/8 can be a pain in the ass to swedge with that spin kit. I think I'm gonna buy I think I'm gonna go back to my Hillmore hydraulic swedge.
That's what I use.
Yeah,
I don't know. Hillmore is pretty good. That's what I.
some
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to the bender and the swager, the hydraulic swager, nobody can touch Hillmore.
That's about it for me.
That's about it. When it comes to their nut drivers, their gauges, their drill chucks, their shit. Now their crescent wrenches aren't bad. Their, needle nose, stuff like that, but don't ever buy their nut drivers, their gauges, none of that shit.
Yeah, I don't like their gauges at all.
They're horrible. But when it comes to benders and swagers and the flaring tool, I have the orbital flare from Hillmore. They're top notch.
Yeah, Ted, what I was asking you to do was make a video, like tear down some old stuff from your dump. I want to see some of that old stuff get torn down.
Ted probably doesn't have time to do that. Like I don't. I got a scrap man. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Ted, but what I meant is Ted probably don't have time to do that, dude. I never mess with my scrap. I have a guy.
Connie's anyway. I can't take it from her. That's part of the pay. Yeah, it's hers.
Okay. Well,
You not watched the 3rd episode of the Cowboys?
I did, and I think now that you said that, I remember you saying that the scrap goes to Connie. But
there's the drone flying around up through the rows of furnaces and stuff, and whistle britches there probably get a kick out of that. Why have you not watched it?
So
watched it?
Wait, so
where I shot the drone?
So where do you put the scrap at your shop or at Connie's house?
No, it's out. She's got 6 acres full of it.
Oh, at her house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't keep scrap.
So here, my scrap pile is at my aunt's house because she lives out in the country. I mean, I kind of live in the country too, but my landlord won't allow me to keep it here. But my aunt's got about an acre of land, and she lets me keep it on her property. But I have a guy that comes and cuts it all up. He cuts all I keep is the coils. I don't have to pay him. He pays himself. I let him keep all the sheet metal. I let him keep all the compressors. I let him keep all the fan motors, the blades, and like the little nubs of copper that he cuts off the compressors and shit. I let him keep all that. And that's how he pays himself. And he cuts the coils and shaves them and makes them clean and gets them ready for me to go turn them in. And that's all I keep is the coils.
I hate
because I don't have time. Because if I had to scrap myself, I'd be sitting on 2-3 years worth of scrap right now. I don't have time to do it. And secondly, I'm not gonna do it because I hate fucking doing it. So I'm not gonna go do it. But he loves to do it. I mean, he's like, dude, I make good money when I do your scrap because I get your compressors and blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, brother, you can come get after it all you want. All I want is the coils. And he's fine with that.
I want to see that old furnace you took out that was all sooted up from the burner being pretty much blown up.
Who, me?
Not gonna happen.
Ted.
Oh.
You ain't gonna see it because I didn't see it. It's gone.
That's
like me, man. One like my trailer's full right now from a change out we did last Friday. And I'm going to dump it tomorrow at my aunt's house, but it's got a train, air handler, and condenser on it. But once I dump it at my aunt's house, man, I'll never see it again. I don't fool with that shit. I mean, now if I want something off the unit, like I'll pull some of those wires off that train because they got them, to keep spare wire on the truck. Oh, and Ted, I want to thank you for posting the part numbers to those Carrier ICP capacitor straps.
Awesome,
because I'm ordering me some from carrierenterprise.com.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
There's one number that's different for the small one.
Yeah, it's 302 and 303. I can't remember which one's which.
Right.
But I'm getting the small ones and the big ones. And you know what else I like about the small ones and the big one Ted, you use the cheaper hard start. The hard starts I've seen you use are the little black ones with the little screw hole, but I
They
use
ain't gonna last long. I don't
no,
want.
I suggest you move to Kickstart or the 521 or something with a
I
potential
don't want it
relay.
to last long.
Well, I hear you, but I use the 521 with the potential relay. So instead of using that stupid little zip tie, one of those brackets or both, depending on what size hard start you use, will hold the capacitor. And then the potential relay already has a screw hole in it.
Let me share the screen here.
All right.
You know, one thing that Ted's taught me is on those contactors, at the top where those little connectors where they screw into the hole, clipping it with the wire strippers and just sticking in there.
Yeah, and you leave the metal on, dude. I've been doing that for years.
Ever since I seen that video, I was like, dude, I've been doing it.
Ted's not the one that taught me that. Ted has taught me a lot of good things, but I did learn that before I met Ted, and it works wonderful.
Saves you time too.
No, we can't see. Are you sharing it? Oh, let me add it. There we go.
Tell me when you see.
We see.
Okay. You see the guy on the motorcycle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes the junkyard.
Oh, that's an old video, ain't it?
Yeah. That's Connie's house?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang.
Oh, there's a scrap.
Oh, that's a bunch of old stuff.
No, it's going to show you a bunch of where all the furnaces and ACs are.
There you go.
A few of them, but
she's got some money sitting right there, son.
That's a lot of hours.
That's nothing.
That's a lot of hours, but she's got some money right there.
She waits till it's up high. And
I don't blame her. Shit, if she waits till it's up high, she's got over $10,000.
So this is a drone flying through.
Who's flying that drone?
One of the cameramen that did this.
Shit, man, she's got over $10,000 right there.
Man, she's got acres of it. Oh,
God.
Yeah. I don't know why he did that. Because I told him I was going to shoot that drone. This is where I shot it out of the sky.
Didn't you actually have to pay for a new drone?
There it is.
Yep, y'all just gonna dump it. There you go.
I told him to get that thing away from me, and he brought it up there one too many times. And she said,
"Get caught up in that hair."
She said, "You ain't gonna do it." It's spinning, and I said, "Fly it over here now." And the other two cameramen were laughing so hard because the one was throwing his little baby fit.
Did you buy him a new drone?
I paid him. I gave him $400 if he promised to shut up and never say another word about it. And when he took it, he said, "That doesn't include the camera." And I mean, I drew back on that. But no, okay, I was just kidding. So I don't know if it included the camera or what, but he was crying like a little baby. One day I'm going to release a blooper reel and show some of his little baby fit he was throwing. Connie didn't believe I was going to do it. Me and her were the only ones that knew. I said, if he gets that thing out
what
here.
What caliber pistol was that?
A little 9.
A 9.
A little SIG 9. But I told her because see, we're in the city everywhere he's ticking me off with it. You can't be firing your weapon in the city.
Right. I carry a 9 in my truck too.
He gets that thing out, and I'm gonna blow it out of the sky. She said, "You ain't gonna do it." That was all that took. That decided that if it got anywhere near me, an idiot flew it right over my head.
I'm speaking of scrap. I'm about to go cash mine in. We always cash it in for Christmas, and that's pretty much what we use Christmas on the kids for and stuff. And I probably got about $3,000 worth right now, and that's just and that's just coils. If I would keep the compressors and everything, I'd have more than that. But I probably got I probably got about $3,000 worth of coils right now.
It's fun pulling up there and watching all those junkyard boys pick up them compressors, especially
Oh,
when you got
yeah.
a whole bunch of them.
Every time I go to the damn scrapyard, you got the scrapyard junkies that are there every day. They're like, damn, man, where'd you get all them coils at, man? And I was like, dude, that's what I do for a fucking living, man. Damn, man, you got some money right there. I was like, yep, sure do. And you ain't getting none of it. So back the fuck up. I'm not sharing.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of it scrap in the back of my yard one time, and I had two little junk heads. They came up in the back of my yard one late night trying to take some copper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what hey, Chance, how you doing? I'm just seeing your comment, bud. Yeah, Sean, these guys are tweakers, man, and they're like, good fuck, man, where'd you get all that at? And it's on my fucking truck, it says John Israel Heating and Air Conditioning,
Probably don't even know what HVAC stands for.
Yeah. So,
hey, John, this one guy is asking about that old Goodman GMP furnace you did the blower motor on back earlier this year with the bad heat exchanger. Did you ever get to that one, replacing it?
Well, I called the landlord that owns that house because he has several other properties, and we always do a maintenance on all his rentals. So I called him up. Matter of fact, late last week, and I said, "Hey, Mister, I'm not gonna say his name. We need to schedule your house and your rentals for your heater maintenances." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Let's go ahead and put them all on the books." He said, "Except for that one where you found that cracked up heat exchanger." He said, I'm getting ready to sell that house." And I said, "Well, what the hell are you going to do with the furnace?" I said, "You going to sell the house to somebody else and not tell him?" He's like, "Oh no, I already told him," because I condemned it. I shut the gas valve off, and I pulled the W wire off the board, and I turned the gas shut off on the gas line off as well. But he said, "Nope, I told the guy, I even showed him your invoice and the pictures, that the furnace has been disabled because it's dangerous, and told him to call you for a replacement." But he said that he wasn't worried about it. He would take care of it. And he said, "I did recommend you for the replacement, but I can't promise you'll get it." He said, "But that house is," he said, "we should be signing, they were supposed to sign papers on it this week, I believe. So the house don't belong to him anymore." Which sucks because it would have been a real good change out. It was right there in the closet and would have been a good little job. But
putting in a new ream, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it would have been just a regular old 14 seer.
Mm-hmm. I noticed on that video where you went back behind your installers because they did a shit job.
Yeah.
You used an actual ream coil on it. I thought you used all the ADP coils on those.
Normally I do, but it looks like Ted left us. Lately I've been using the ream coils because I can only use ADP coils on 14 seer.
Oh, it was a 16?
No, this was a 14. But the reason that I used a ream coil is because they were out of stock on 5-ton ADP coils.
Oh, it was
and I have to watch the application. ADP coils are dedicated horizontal or dedicated upflow vertical, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
So the horizontal coils, if you have to remove the coil in the future because it's leaking, the door's on top. So you have to take the door off and pull the coil out from the top. And sometimes the pitch is not high enough and I wouldn't be able to get the coil out.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? So I have to watch the application. If the roof line's too low, I cannot use an ADP coil. And second of all, I always want my coil and my furnace to match. I don't ever use a coil that's wider than a furnace. Or
that's obvious.
And with ream, with ream coils, 99% of the time, the coil's bigger than the furnace. So you got to get a transition made. But on that one, that was a 5-ton. It wasn't the case. They matched. So as long as the two cabinets match, I'm okay with using the ring coil.
What was the width on that one? Was it a 21 or a 24?
No, I don't use 24-inch furnaces. They won't fit through the staircase over here. It was a 21. Plus 24-inch cabinets are 120,000 BTUs, and nobody in Louisiana needs 120,000 BTU gas furnace.
So you just put 100,000?
Yeah, on 5 tons, 100,000 is as big as we go.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, and they go all the way down. Of course, yeah. They all go down to 40,000. Have you done it?
Yeah, but the most common one we use on a 3-ton, I use the 14-inch 50,000. 3.5 and 4, I use a 17-inch 75,000, and then on 5-ton, it's a 21-inch 100,000.
Yeah,
and you can actually use the 17-inch 75 on a 3-ton. You just got to slow the blower down. But to me, that 75,000 BTUs, that's too much heat for a 3-ton sized house, especially here, because we don't use enough heat.
Yeah, here too. I'm right by the coast. I'm right along here with you.
Right. So that's normally what we do. We do the 14-inch 50,000 BTU on 3-ton, 17-inch 75 on 3.5 and 4, and then 100,000 21-inch on 5-ton.
God, and in this house, we had gas at our old house. It was an American Standard, 3.5 ton, 7. Yeah, they put a actually American Standard label and train labels is differently. It was a 4-burner, whichever one that is. Probably 100,000 input, but I don't know what the output is.
A 4-burner is probably about a 75,000, 80,000 BTU furnace.
Yeah, they put one of those on a 3.5 ton AC there. I swear that thing would never run for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's not horrible. I mean, that's what I use on a 3.5. See, I don't use 3.5 ton indoor equipment. Mostly everything here is an air handler. We don't have a lot of gas here. Yeah, but anytime I use a 3.5 ton condenser, a 4-ton inside gets used. I use a 4-ton air handler or a 4-ton evaporator with a 75,000 furnace.
Yeah, and I don't know what hack did this house here. This house is barely 1,370 square feet, and they put a 4-ton air handler and a 3-ton condenser on this place.
I mean,
carrier. It's a carrier.
The condenser is sized right.
Yeah,
but I mean, having a 4-ton inside is not really going to hurt anything. I mean,
it's got an undersized return. It's got a 24 by 24 return.
Yeah, I mean, if it's got an undersized return, but what I'm saying is that having a bigger coil, it just make the system more efficient and dehumidify better.
SEER. Because actually, my grandmother used to own this house, and I think she got it done. The system's 11 years old. It's not that old,
right?
But I think the older unit was smaller. I think this one's got a 24-inch cabinet or whatever it is on this big carrier. They didn't do a transition on the plenum going down into the unit. It's just sitting on one side, and like a few inches is capped off on one side, just
on the coil
on top of the air handler. Yeah, it's electric.
Oh, this is an air handler. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so you mean
it's not a heat pump. It's straight electric.
The plenum is too small.
Yeah,
so they just kind of fitted on top and blanked it off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And actually, the unit in this house was built in 1972. It originally had a Chrysler air temp up there because the old unit's still sitting up there. It's just because it's just a little cubby hole in the ceiling. They couldn't get it out.
Yes.
So what they did when they moved it back in the early 2000s is they just capped off the old plenum and ran a big flex duct over to the new unit.
I got you.
So that's how it's run, and I don't know. It's actually running right now. I can hear this thing very well, even when it's loud in here. Like the heat's running right now. And
yes, Matt, I do remember those Quattros. There's still several of them out there.
And it's got an X13 motor on it. It's the second one. Surprisingly, it's only gone it's only on its second ECM, second motor.
Well, I mean,
The
your
first
ductwork,
the first one went out after 3 years.
Your
and-
ductwork must not be too bad then, because that, you know, people want to talk shit about the X13 fan motor. I've had good luck with them. I don't have a problem with them.
The first one died after 3
but
years, and this one's been going since 2013 without any issues.
X13 fan motors fail because of high static. And
I never measured the static on this system.
So,
but
yeah.
I just cleaned the blower back in the spring for the first time, and it was dirty. It was really dirty.
Monk, if you're asking me, I do not hang equipment. I don't like it.
I hate hanging equipment.
I don't hang anything. If I go to a job to do a change out and they have the equipment hung, we take it down, we build a platform, we set it down. I don't hang equipment.
Hey Matt, just for you, I have the tag from that old air temp up there.
Oh, what do I have to do to get that off of you?
I don't know. it's staying with me, I think. I found the panel sitting underneath it. It's sitting out in the shed. I was gonna try and repaint it. It's like a reddish orangish color.
No, don't. Were you talking about the tag?
No, the panel, the front panel. I found it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna try and repaint that because it's got some rust and stuff on it. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Probably a roof leak or something years ago. But yeah, that's why the tag's off it. Because I was trying to get all the paint off it, but I never went and got a new wire brush for the grinder because that old brush was all worn out and I couldn't do much with it.
Yep. No, I don't hang equipment. I don't like it. I don't.
Especially when you by yourself, you're trying to hang it.
Well, I'm never by myself on a change out because, like I said, I have a sub, and he loves to hang equipment, but
Yeah.
I don't do it. But I just don't like it. I don't care if I have to do it. If I had to do it, like under a house or something, I would definitely do it with Unistrut.
Yeah.
But I would never do, like, I see some of Ted's, not Ted, some other guy's videos, and the damn all-threaded rod is right in front of the blower door, right in front of the coil door. See, I would make my Unistrut longer than my equipment and then put Unistrut runners.
Yeah.
To where the doors are free. Because I've had to change out coils where you got to find a way to support the unit so you can undo the all-threaded rod to get it out of the way. But if I was to ever hang equipment, I would make my two Unistruts longer than the equipment with the all-threaded rod and then put 2 or 3 Unistrut runners and then put the isolation pads. But
see, I haven't seen Unistrut around here. All I see is
plumber
strap.
Yeah, plumber strap. That's what they do around here too. It's stupid. It's because they're too. It's because they're too cheap to go buy Unistrut because Unistrut is a little pricey.
Yeah,
but it's the right way to do it. No, I don't hang equipment. I just don't like it. I mean, it's just I think it looks better.
See, I'm
sorry,
the only.
I was looking at something.
I'm the only employee at my that the guy I work for, and I do all installs and stuff by myself, and some homeowners, they want their stuff hung, but it's a pain.
Hey John, if you ever come across a really old system, please do a video on it. I like seeing those kinds of videos.
Say it again.
If you ever come across a really old system, I like seeing videos of those old things still running.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm always coming across old equipment. So
how was the oldest you worked on in recent months?
Recently, nothing vintage, nothing like older than early 90s. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I changed out a gas furnace, just the furnace, a couple weeks ago for an elderly man, and it was it was an old GE. It was from the 1970s. It was an old furnace. Yep.
Wow. Not often you see something from the 70s anymore.
Yep. I
Basically an
use
old Train, because Train got that design when they bought them out.
yeah, they bought G, but this was a real GE before Train had them.
Yeah.
So to the guys in the chat, on air handlers, I use the foam blocks because the heater stands sometimes they get in the way of the door. But on gas furnaces, it's always heater stands. But I double the foam blocks. I put if it's a big unit like a 4-ton or a 5-ton, I use 12. 2, 4. So 2 right here in the front, and then 4 in the middle. So 2 here, and then 4 more in the back. If it's a little short 3-ton air handler, I'll use 8 of them, so 2, 4, 6. I'm sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8, because the air handler's so short. But
see, I use about 6.
Yeah,
2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back.
No. I double them. I double.
Okay.
I don't like my shit sitting low.
I thought you were talking about you.
Yeah, yes, Monk. The triangle metal things, those are we call them heater stands here. That's what everybody calls them. So I don't use one foam block. I double them and I tape them together.
Oh yeah.
And I get my shit up high. I cannot stand my equipment sitting, that far from the drain pan.
Yeah.
First of all, they don't drain well that way because you can't get enough fall on your drain, and that's how they collect, mold, mildew. They stay wet.
Yeah.
And they rust out prematurely. So those foam blocks are 6 inches. So by the time I double them up, I've got a foot from the pan, and my drain flows. So I double them up, and then the heater stands are like 8 inches. So that's good enough. I'm happy with that. But I used to use the heater stands on air handlers and gas systems. But the bad thing about the heater stands is it's not really a problem with Rheem because Rheem's doors don't lip on the bottom. But sometimes I use ICP, and if that door lips on the bottom, you got to lift up on the damn unit to get the door to lip. So I use the foam blocks on air handlers and the heater stands on gas, and I double up my foam blocks, and I get my units up high. To me, they look better, they flow better, they're easier to work on, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always had a love for the old stuff.
Hold on 1 second. Yes, Monk, I do. If I need to change a plenum, I use the ones that come from the supply house in the box that you just snap them together. It's snap lock. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean,
I always put some zip screws in them.
Oh, I do too. What I do is when I get that in all the way, I put a zip screw in the front and the back, and I'll usually throw one in the middle. The reason that I use those plenums is because they're cheap. I can get them for like $100. If I call and get a 4-foot plenum made, now sometimes I use an 8-foot plenum, and that I have to get made at the metal shop. But my metal guy is damn good, but he's high as giraffe pussy. Metal. So yes, I do use the plenums in the box, snap them together. I run zip screws through them. I tape the seams. That's called a snap lock plenum. My sheet metal man does not use snap lock. He uses Pittsburgh, which I prefer Pittsburgh over snap lock. But I could get a 4-foot plenum for $100 versus he wants over $200 for a 4-foot plenum. So it just, what I think about Goodman, it's
trash.
It's trash. Yeah, it's bottom of the barrel. Builder's model, builder's grade equipment that any swinging dick can buy. They'll sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
So Goodman has a bad reputation, and it's their own fault. They make a decent product. Okay. The Amana units are actually really nice, the condensers. But they make even the Amana line is not, it's nothing like it. Now, everybody knows Ted is train. If it's not a train, it's junk to Ted, which I don't believe that. I think Carrier, Bryant, and ICP make a great product. I think go ahead.
They all have their flaws.
They do. But I think Carrier, Bryant, and ICP products are wonderful. I think it's some of the best equipment on the market right now.
That's like we deal with Train, but like
Right.
when their valves, like whenever you get release the Freon and stuff, they suck.
Right. So I think Rheem and Rude are probably making the best residential line right now. I really believe that. I think their residential equipment is top of the line. I think it's superior to everybody else right now. But Goodman and Amana is mid-grade equipment that, if installed correctly, will work. Lennox, it's a nice looking piece of machinery. It's very service friendly, but it's junk. All they do is leak. But they do make a solid machine. And so does their sister company, Allied, Armstrong and Aries. They make a very nice, solid machine, but they leak.
Here lately, we've been replacing a good amount of Train coils.
Yeah, I mean, Train, and let's see. Now, Nordyne, you'll never convince me that Nordyne's a good piece of equipment. I just, it's not. It's junk. York is junk. It used to be good stuff when we sold it before Johnson Controls bought it, but now it's not. What else is there?
I've seen some Johnson Controls stuff that's actually at my school. It's like some commercial split units with micro channel coils, and there's a huge oil spot on that unit, on that coil that I've seen.
But I am no longer going to even attempt to sell ICP or well, Duquesne is the same thing as Lennox. It's literally a Lennox with a Duquesne sticker.
I hate those slanted coils.
Well, ICP and Carrier, they came out with their new cased coil for gas applications, and they're microchannel.
Really?
Carrier, Bryant, and ICP, their new cased coils for the top of their furnaces or in front of their furnaces and horizontal, they are now microchannel. So,
oh boy,
I won't touch it. So
just get one. Get an ADP.
Well,
if you have to do that,
if your particular supplier handles ADP, not everybody does. But I am very happy with Rheem. I flip flop brands in the past. I'm done with that shit. My supply house is good to me. Everybody gets a Rheem because the price that I get, yes, Strain does put microchannel in their package units. They do. The price that I get with Rheem, I get it cheaper than some of these guys can go buy Goodman for. So I don't have two lines. With
Rheem,
me,
I actually like Rheem.
Oh yeah, with me, you get Rheem. That's it. You get a fucking Rheem. The only bottom of the barrel that I offer is a 14 seer. That's it.
Because they're like service ports and stuff. They got enough space and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, Rheem still has a PSC air handler. They have an X13 air handler, and they have a variable speed air handler. Now, gas furnaces, you're not allowed to do that anymore. The minimum is X13. But that's the thing. Everything here is mostly air handlers. So a bottom of the barrel system to me, for my customers, is a Rheem 14 seer condenser with a PSC air handler. And if they say, well, I just need something plain Jane, I say, that's it. That is plain Jane. Well, what about a different brand? And I tell them, yeah, sure, I'll price you out a different brand, but I can get this. I can get Rheem cheaper than the other brand because of the volume and my loyalty to them. So they sell it to me at a great price.
Have you ever put in one of those run trues?
No, I don't fool with Train or any Train products or American. Now,
I currently American Standard.
No. I didn't say I was. I said I had an opportunity.
Oh,
and if I do sign with American Standard, it's only going to be to sell the 20 seer. That's it. Because I do believe that Train and American Standard have the best inverter residential system on the market. I really do believe that. So if I do sign with American Standard, it's only going to be to sell the 20 seer. That's it. That's the only
What
reason
was
I'll
the
sign.
issue with Reams inverters again?
Noise, but they said they have corrected that issue, the noise issue. Like when the Ream would go into overdrive, they call it, when it would ramp up, it would get really, really noisy.
I haven't
But
even seen a Ream.
Oh yeah, Ream makes a 20-seer inverter. It's a nice ass machine. I've never put one in. I've seen them. Now I'm gonna tell you what's another nice machine. I've put in a couple 17-seer 2-stage Reams, and they're very nice, very quiet.
You know what's crazy
So-
is they're selling those mini splits and stuff at like Costco and stuff now.
What brand?
They have one that's called Mr. Cool.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
that's a big deal. But see, Costco here sells Linux equipment.
Really?
Like when you walk in, they got Linux shit, and then we have a Linux dealer here that puts in all the equipment that people buy from Costco.
Well, see, I'm pretty sure like Costco, it's like for the bigger stuff, they probably have like a licensed person do it. But this you can just go pick up in the store, like something you can order off Amazon.
Yeah, Mr. Cool is a DIY thing that you can order it off the internet.
Yeah,
But
I can't tell you how many times we've had calls about, people wanting us to come out because they had problems, trying to do it themselves.
yep.
But see, around here, for some reason, there's not a Ream supplier, but there's a root supplier. That's all we get here for some reason. At least here in the
It just
Beaumont area.
depends, man. It just depends where you're at. But root and Ream's the same thing.
I know that. Sometimes I wish I could actually get the name brand Ream, but
All they do is just change the tags.
yeah, pretty
Dude,
much.
you know how many times I've opened up a box on an air handler or a furnace or a condenser and it's got a fucking root tag on it, and I got to call my distributor and say, hey, not that it matters to me, but I'm sure it's going to matter. I told the homeowner I was selling a Ream. I got a fucking root sticker.
Oh yeah. They don't
know.
understand. They don't understand that, but they know how to read that sticker.
Right. And not only that, I'm a Ream dealer, and then you never know. They could sell the house, and then another company could take over the service, and they'd call and say, hey, I got a root over here. Here's a serial number. And then the root supplier's like, no, we didn't sell that unit. That came from the Ream store. Well, no, it's got a root badge on it. Well, that don't mean shit. That could have been a mistake.
See, I went to a customer's house that this one guy, he sold them. They told him it was a train, but it was actually a
American
Ream.
Stand. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
My
they
instructor
had the
told
invoice
me
and
about
stuff
the
like
whole
that. I looked at the invoice.
You mean the contractor told the customer that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hide that.
Yeah. Well, they were like, well, can you even get train parts and stuff? I was like, well, first of all, this ain't a train, it's a Ream.
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah, they screwed them over on that.
Yeah, that's taking it a little too far.
Yeah, and the woman's been having it for I think 11 years, so right after all the warranties and stuff, like
Yeah.
You see what Train has done here is that they got that really good marketing slogan that everyone catches on to. The whole "it's hard to stop a train" thing.
Oh, it's the same thing here in
and the
Lafayette.
commercials and everything.
Every time I bring up changing out equipment, not every time, but a lot of times, people will say, "Do you sell Train?" Because Train does a lot of advertising around here.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, I don't sell it, and I don't want to, and you don't need a Train. I sell Ream, and I promise you it'll do just as good, if not better than that Train. And they're like, I tell them it's got the same warranty, and they're like, okay, yeah, we see Train on TV. And that tells you right there. They tell me, well, we see Train on TV. Well,
yeah, exactly. I wish Ream would do some actual advertising on TV, get their name out there good too.
They really don't have to. I mean, where are you located at again?
Over in Beaumont, just right by the border, almost.
And
almost
there's no Ream. There's no Jim Air over there.
No, there's a place called Coburn's. They also do
Coburn's. That's who I had. That's who our root distributor is.
Yeah. That's all we got here. There's no one here that I know of that sells Ream. I've looked around.
So we got Coburn's. We got.
So y'all don't have a
solar and.
So okay, nope. I have both of those. What else?
Acme.
Let me look up our supply house.
You have Acme?
Yeah, we have Acme.
Okay, well, Acme got bought out by Jim Air.
Really?
Yes.
Here recently, or
Very recent. It's like a couple months. It's very
Okay.
recent. Yeah. So they're Jim Air now. So who
See,
who the hell who do y'all buy train from up there?
we get it from Shreveport.
Shreveport. So what supply house is that?
They have an actual store, like train parts and.
Oh, is it store equipment?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
then they also got, I think it's called Murphy's something.
Murphy's
Warehouse. That's where majority that we pick it. The actual units up from.
Right.
But I mean, they got Linux. They got Linux up here. They have.
Yeah. Because you're not far from Shreveport, are you?
Yeah, I'm about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Or so away.
No, but I mean, like in your like these supply houses, is this locally where you live or in Shreveport?
Oh no, it's in Shreveport.
So you don't have no supply houses. Y'all got to go to Shreveport for
Yeah, we got to go to Shreveport if we need a part or something. But usually they'll ship it down here to us. But.
Right. So y'all, well, you know who the supply house is that I'm talking about dealing with for American Standard, AC Supply.
I haven't heard of them personally.
Yeah, they're in Shreveport.
Really?
They're the American Standard store.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they just opened up a Linux store or moved
Linux
to
Parts
Linux.
Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all have a CE, huh? Carrier Enterprise.
Yeah.
Okay. What else y'all got up there?
That's all I know of. I mean,
who sells
really
ICP up there, like Arcoair or Tipstar or Comfort Maker? Well, Comfort Maker's Acme.
Yeah, Tempstar I've seen. I think that's is that Acme?
No, Acme's Comfort Maker and Ream.
I'm not sure where Tempstar comes from around here, but I know Solar.
That's York. That's York and Luxair.
Yeah, Luxair.
And York. They're also. Oh wait, maybe not up there.
I haven't seen them do any York, but Luxair they have.
But see that down here they're York and Luxair now. Used to be. Do y'all have a Johnson Supply up there?
I think so.
Yeah, they sell Armstrong.
Yeah, but I think that's up in Shreveport, but not local.
No, that's what I mean in Shreveport. Okay,
yeah.
that used to be the York store, and they were the same way down here, but they dropped York and went to Armstrong. So your Solar is a York store now. You can buy York or Luxair at Solar.
Yeah, but they carry Luxair.
Mostly Luxair.
But they also carry
they only carry a few pieces for their York dealers.
Yeah. They carry also a thing. I ain't even heard of it, but it's called Oxbox.
Solar carries that?
Yeah, whenever all the whole pandemic thing about heat pumps and everything.
Yeah, but that Oxbox used to be a name that Ingersoll Rand owned.
Really?
And it was a train, not a product of train. It was just in train supply houses. Because now the way it is, the Oxbox name is gone unless it's still there through the Chinese company. But Train is now manufacturing units. The Run True.
Yeah.
Run True is found in train supply houses. Ameristar is in American Standard supply houses, but it looks identical to the Run True. It's just a different sticker.
Yeah. Because I remember here recently I got I put in a Run True. Well, I put in that unit and they came with like two different stickers. I could put a Run True or Ameristar on it.
Right. Yes. Monk, bad news, Monk. Oxbox is made by Medea, the same people that used to make Ameristar, but now Train is building Ameristar and Run True, and you get Run True in the Train supply house and the American Standard supply house. You get Ameristar. So it's all changed now. Matter of fact, I'll share my screen and show you guys that real quick.
Let's see. It looks like the closest Gem Air is way over in the Houston area, over in like Pasadena.
Yeah, I know there's one in Pasadena for sure.
That's the closest one.
I've never heard of Gem Air.
Yeah, Gem Air is a big Ream distributor.
Looks like here we have Baker, Solar, Carrier Enterprise, Johnson, Johnstone, Thomas Supply, Coburn's, and actually looks like Coburn's has an American Standard sign on their building.
That's plumbing.
The one
That's
here,
That's plumbing fixtures.
Oh, it is. Yeah, because they do plumbing too. I didn't know if that was
Yes.
actually American Standard.
No.
I think Ted said that here in Texas, the actual Train, like the companies that sell Train, they get their stuff directly from Train or something here in Texas.
Yeah, I think so.
We're,
you said y'all
one
have
of those states.
y'all have a Thomas Supply?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I didn't know they had a damn location in Beaumont.
Yep, and all the supply houses are all down MLK Parkway. They're all the same road.
Okay.
Here in Beaumont.
All right. Look, y'all look at this real quick. Let's
From
go
I-10 down to College Street.
All right.
That whole
Y'all
section.
see the run true?
Oh yeah, I see that now.
Okay. So this is what you find in Train supply houses. This is a run true. It's got a spine fin coil and everything. If you're an American Standard dealer, this is what you're going to see in there. But look, it's the same unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Ameristar used to be the Chinese stuff, but it's not anymore. It's got the damn spine fin coil on it now and everything. See, this is what they used to look like.
Oh yeah.
That's what the Ox box looks like. That's the Midea unit, but this unit's been discontinued. Unless they're still making it under the Ox box name. But this is the new Ameristar. And then this is the Run True. To me, they're ugly as hell.
Yeah, they're really. I don't really care for the looks of them.
No, I don't either. So
I put in a couple of them, but I haven't. We went back on. I think it was one package unit.
There's Sean just asked if Run True makes a package unit. I have no idea. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But this one I think was actually a Mary Star is what it was.
Here, Sean, I'll share the screen again so you can see it. That is the Run True package units. And then their air handlers are nothing but the TEMs, the TEMs from Train. They're just not painted. See them right there?
Yeah, and their Train has like I think they might be the same, but I think their doors, Train's doors though, are better quality.
Oh, I have no idea about that. To my knowledge, the quality's not any better on Train. It's just that these aren't painted. They have no paint on them.
Yeah, those things I've seen, they rust really easy.
Let's see what the gas furnaces look like.
See,
the gas furnaces are the same as the new Train ones. The new, one cover. So it's all the same shit. It's just a different badge.
The S9s and S8s.
No, they don't have all that. They're not going to have all that. Let's see what Ameristar looks like. Let's look at their air handlers. Yeah, see, same air handler.
Yeah.
This is the old one, the one that was Chinese made, but this is the new one. Let's look at their package unit. Should be the same.
Yes,
yep, same package unit. Now these are the old ones, the Chinese made ones, but they've been discontinued. I don't even know why they're still on the website. And then their gas furnaces should be the same too. Yep, there's their gas furnace. That's their old gas furnace that Train actually did make, but it's been discontinued. And this is the new one. So it's all the same shit.
Hey, do y'all have a TransStar supply? It looks like I have one of those too here.
No, never heard of them.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know about them until
do
I
you,
saw Google Maps.
Ethan, do y'all have a Baker Distributing?
Yeah, I went there the other day. That was the first time I went in there in Shreveport.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
I had to get something for like an old furnace.
Right. Yeah, that's the good thing about Baker. They usually have shit that other people don't.
Yeah.
They sure didn't have a board for a 2009 Carrier air handler for one of the PSC, the blower board.
I mean, they're not necessarily gonna have it. I mean, they're not a Carrier distributor.
Well, I mean, I even asked them for like the ICP equivalent, but still no, I still didn't have them. So I was trying to help my cousin here.
You don't have a Carrier Enterprise over there?
Yeah, Carrier Enterprise, but I don't know if they sell to the public or not.
I'm sure they do.
I don't know. Well, we ended up finding a place where we could order the board. It came in. I put it in. He's good now. It was the relay part wasn't switching, so he ran his AC.
Some supply houses are different. Maybe they just didn't want to mess with you, and that's no offense.
Yeah, I know. I can understand.
But they could have crossed over. They could have said, okay, well, let me find the equivalent ICP air handler, and they could have gave you the board because it's all the same shit. So,
yeah.
But, dude, let me tell you something. Not all supply houses are created equal. A lot of those guys are dickheads. Like, even some of the ones I go to, and I'm a contractor, they just are like, oh, no, I can't do that. And it's like, bullshit.
Yeah.
I know you can. Cross it over to a fucking ICP and give me the damn blower board.
See, we go to solar in Natchitoches, and the solar here is completely different from the solar. It just all depends who's running.
Oh, yeah. So
one.
you're not far from Natchitoches either, are you?
No, Natchitoches is like a 30-minute drive.
Oh, okay. Well, see, y'all have a solar there, and there's the Acme there.
Yeah.
And what else is there? Is there a Coburn's in Natchitoches?
Yeah, there's a Coburn's.
Yeah.
We don't really go there too much.
So y'all only sell train equipment?
Yeah, or I mean, we can get ream and stuff like that.
Right.
But we mainly just do train.
Right.
But ever since that heat pump whole thing, we just whenever we had to replace a heat pump, whoever had one is what they got.
Yeah, absolutely. But your boss, I guess he just likes train, huh?
Yeah, he's a train dealer.
Yeah.
I used to be one of those people that really liked train until I saw this is back 2015, right when Ream came out with the current residential line. I was like, oh my God, that looks so nice. I love it.
Yeah, I love them.
That's what got me off of train right there was that line back when it came out in 15.
I really don't have any complaints about Ream. I really don't have any complaints about Ream, man. Their gas furnaces are fucking fantastic. I mean,
I can't believe it's been 6 years already or almost 7 years.
Yeah, it's been 6-7 years, and the damn box still says new platform when you go pick one up. Yeah. I told the supply house the other day, I was like, hey, Ream could take the words new platform off the box because we're kind of used to it now. It's not really new anymore.
Yeah, I think it'll be 7 years in January, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
And actually, I noticed they removed the PSC furnaces from their site. I don't think they make the PSC furnaces anymore.
Everybody did. They had to.
Yeah.
It was a government mandate. Nobody in the South has a PSC gas furnace anymore. Everything is the lowest blower motor you can get on a gas furnace is an X13.
But you said you can still get PSC on an air handler, right?
Air handlers, you're still allowed to use PSC, but not gas furnaces.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
That's the government and that wonderful president we have right now.
Tell me about it. that little Tacoma I drive, V6 Tacoma. That thing uses more gas than you would ever think. I don't get more than 18 to the gallon. It sucks. And
for my work,
gas is as much as like 289 here. Ooh. I fill up a half a tank because it's so expensive.
What were you gonna say, Ethan?
For my work truck, we use a Ford Transit, and that thing takes about $75 to fill up.
Well, I'm driving. I started this company from nothing. I literally started with the money I had in my pocket. So my work truck, I bought it from an old man, and it is in immaculate condition. I just had it detailed. I need to do a tour on it, but it's a 04 Chevy 2500. And I put one of those toppers on it, with the doors on the side. And it's got a 6.0 V8 in it. I love it. Awesome truck. And it gets about 10 miles to the gallon. And it costs about between, depending on what gas station I stop at and what the prices are, between 75 and 80 something bucks to fill it up.
Good Lord.
And so when I hook my trailer to it, I got a 12-foot trailer that I haul my equipment on when we do a change out and shit. And when I hook up to it, loaded down with a condenser and an air handler and other material, she drops down to about 8 miles to the gallon.
Good Lord. It cost me $25, $30 to fill this little truck up from half. And it's crazy how expensive it is. I mean, it's as much as some stations here are as much as $2.89 a gallon here.
Shit, that's cheap. It's over $3 a gallon here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's some places you can find it for like $2.90 something, $2.80 something, but not very often.
I think because here, at least right here, we got refineries, ExxonMobil, everything right here in Beaumont. So it's all right here where they're making the stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, my dad even works at one of those plants too.
Yep.
So, and June, he's got an 18 F-150 that he got used, and it has an extended range tank. If he lets that thing drop down to empty, it can be almost $100 to fill it up.
I bet.
It's a 32-gallon tank. He usually doesn't let it go below half. He can get like 600 miles out of a whole tank if he wanted to.
Wow.
It's an extended range thing, and it's a level 2. It's an STX. It's a nice truck though.
Yeah.
He actually really likes it. He got that truck when he gave me the Tacoma, which he liked that. He liked the Tacoma too.
Yeah.
Those little Toyota trucks are nice, even though it's an 07. It's a nice truck.
Toyota makes a great vehicle.
Yeah,
they really do.
I'm just over 161,000 miles, and
that's
I expect to have it at least to 300,000 plus.
Oh, if you take care of it and change your oil, do your maintenance like you're supposed to,
I do that.
You'll easily get 300,000 miles out of that truck. Easy.
Yeah. I get the oil change every 5,000.
Yeah.
I do the tire rotations.
If I was you, I'd be running full synthetic oil.
I think that's what the place I go to puts in it. This full synthetic.
You
high mileage, full synthetic.
High mileage, full synthetic. It helps the engine. It just, you'll easily get it out of that. But well, guys, I've enjoyed it, but we've been on here for 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna shut it down.
Yeah. Wait, before you shut it down, I've always had this one question.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Ethan, I'm going to put my email address on the screen. Write it down or something and send me an email with your phone number and stuff.
All right. Sounds good.
That way we can text or talk or whatever. Oh, shit, not that. Hold on.
Right.
There you go. That one. Okay, go ahead.
I always wondered, because we can put in used equipment. What is the age limit on used equipment that we can put in?
There is none here. I only carry used condensers. And the reason I have those, if somebody loses a compressor, and they don't have the money for a new system, or if I need to keep somebody going until I can get to them to do a change out, I'll drop a used unit to keep them cool. Now, I will sell them too, but I will also loan them out. And, until I can get to them. But I do sell them. I don't like to. It's not something I like to do, but there's just some people like that. Elderlies is mostly who I sell them to because they're on fixed income. And I don't make much off of them because I don't like to take advantage of I don't take advantage of anybody, but I'm definitely not going to take advantage of the elderly people. So if that's all they can afford, then I will sell it to them.
Yeah, because I've always had this little thought of mine. If I ever can get my own little house, if I could find an old classic system, I'd put it in there just to have fun with that.
Well, you're not gonna find anything like you're thinking because we never keep any of that. Because see, in order for me to keep it, one or two things. I have to have history of the unit, like I've worked on it in the past, I've serviced it, or when I go do the change out, will it pump down? Will that compressor pump the refrigerant back in without struggling? Blah blah blah. So it has to. If I go to pump one down and it won't pump down or it's struggling, then no, it's gone. But if it'll pump it down with no problem, or I've got history on the system and I've serviced it and blah blah blah, then I'll hold on to it. But other than that, no, I just trash them.
Yeah.
So, all right, dude. Well, take care, man. It was good to see you. I'll do another one. I'm not promising I'm going to do these all the time, but I'll do them a little more often.
All right. Good to see you.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
everybody. All right, man. Thanks everybody in the chat for watching and having fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. Like I said, I'm not going to promise to do these all the time, but I'll try to start doing them more often. But let's see, what the hell? We'll try to start doing one at least once a month or something like that. It's not something I can do every weekend, but I wanted to do one tonight. I hope we hadn't done one in a while. So, all right, guys. Thank y'all again. Y'all have a good night.